video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, like, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I will be going, I literally had my friend just set that up, and I have another one that I'm going to put above it. So that's going to be my fridge. The top is going to be the freezer, and we're going to start doing that stuff again. For anyone that wants to go on there. It used to be 2 common alligator Lokis per month, but since there's no transfers, it'll just be $20 a month to advertise on that, and then another. And for the top, it's obviously much higher. That is, I think King Mavs. There's a whole bunch. Again, I haven't done it yet. I'll get to that in the future. But for today, for the OMI, we are actually outperforming a lot. We're up only about 140 on the day. There were 3 different spikes there. Let me go and show y'all. I'm gonna make it a little too light still. So there are 3 different spikes there for OMI going on there. We up, like I said, we're over 1%, and this does come on the heels of us being up well over $100,000 in trading volume than we were yesterday. We are up to 524. We were down. There were points last week where we were less than 400,000. Absolutely bananas. So how do you get those spikes? I mean, you really don't need to put more than, I don't know, 20 million OMI for it to really shoot up like that, because the spaces in between the people are selling. Why does this happen? There's just not a lot of people selling right now. The amount of sell volume is less than is less than 23 million. So you have the people that are selling at 0.00128, 4185 is, a little less than 3 million. There's actually another sell wall being eaten. That 3 million just went to 2.92, 840-something. So anything more than a couple million, you really have to jump a little bit, and it goes to 0.0013. So it goes up there, and then people sell, and then it goes back down. It's this constant back and forth, push and pull, really up until you get to 0.00135, where there's an extra 5 million up there. You just don't have 0.001252. There's 16 million. That's quite a big buy order. So I don't know the people that are buying 12 and 30,000, OMI, which is not really a ton. It's not a lot at all. But I do believe it could have been whales buying, or it could have just been regular people saying like, hey, I'm going to put in, $8,000, $10,000, and then it just happens to go because it doesn't take that much for it to moon. Literally one person with $50,000 could make this go to 0.00, 18. It could move the needle so much because there's so little volume on there. And yes, there's not a ton of people buying, but there's not a ton of people selling either. The amount of people selling at this level is just minuscule, and for good reason. Because why would you want to sell here? Yeah, maybe if you sell, there's 3 reasons you'd want to sell. One is if you are scared and you think like, okay, yeah, war with Russia and Ukraine and maybe the South China Sea, and you're just fearing for your life, and you think that the extra $10,000 that you get, or however much, is going to help you survive, World War III. That's option 1. There's option 2, which is like, hey, you know what? Bitcoin will probably go down to 13 to 15K, and when it capitulates, it might bring only down to 0.009, or sorry, 0.0009 or 0.00105, whatever it is, and maybe you can get in a little bit cheaper. Maybe that's it. Or it's just, option 3, you just don't know what you're doing. Like you need the money because you have no money left to pay rent or food, your kids are starving, and like those are the only 3 reasons. There are no other good reasons to sell. Maybe you think that OMI is going to go to 0.0006, and you're absolutely wrong. That's impossible. But those are the only 3 good reasons I could see of people selling. So yeah, there's not a ton of people buying right now, but if it does happen, like a ton of people come in at once, yeah, moon. And again, once it does go up to 0.0018 or 20 or even 26, when people double their money or make 50% on their money, yeah, a lot of them are going to take profit, and they're going to sell a little bit. So you will have some things like that. Anyway, we have some other stuff to talk about outside of that. Let's take a look at the Twitter, and let's take a look at what the title was, because I kind of forget what it was. Going live talking about, okay, about utility. I'm giving certain Veve NFTs Why whales are buying and respond to accusations about pumping and dumping. Ask me anything. So first what I'll do is I'll view this and ask everyone to smash that like button. It's a free way to help support the channel. Also, check the Sleeping Comics strip. Like 100%, gotta do that. So when I talk about this, we'll talk about the utility that Veve has given the logo. And actually, I'll go through a couple of different people's arguments here. And I want it to be good arguments, because there are some bad arguments that are just like, a Veve is insider trading going on. Veve, whitelists their content creators, and like, okay, Kelly the Veve Fox, at Rootless Girl, is one of the best content creators out there, doing stuff on the blockchain that nobody else knows how to do. Like, other people know how to do, but one of the only content creators that puts out content, and she didn't get one. Danley doesn't have one. Like, there's a bunch of people that don't have this Veve logo. Like, I think Taps has one, but there's a bunch of people that don't have it. So when you take a look at that, and the only reason I have 3 is because I wasn't handed 3. I was handed 1. It happened to be number 41, and then I bought the other 2, and I had great sacrifices to do so. So again, I really don't want to spend too much time on that. I do want to spend some time on Brock Blockchain, saying that because he a lot of times has very good arguments, and I'll go through this here, saying anytime a holders club sparks up, I've immediately sold. See one starting for the Veve logo. I won't be selling mine because it's super special, but I'm not joining the club either. But every time that happens, it's typically a top if you care about pricing. So you see Brock Blockchain saying that, once you see a group pop up, whether it be, Professor Gang from back in the day, or it be AF15, like, well, whatever it is. Yeah, a lot of times, when you read an article of how to buy XRP, or how to buy this, or how to, like, that's usually the top. When you hear about it at a barbecue, usually a little too late. But here's the thing, though. And again, we'll go point by point on Brock Blockchain's thing. That is fairly true. A little bit before he posted this, Veve logo is at like 4,500. What is it currently? It's like 3,950 maybe. So it dropped like $500. And with that, it's like, okay, yeah, fair point. He called it. And then you say, okay, well, some people I could see saying, well, if he called it, why wouldn't he sell just to buy back cheaper? And that's not the game that he's in. He doesn't need it. He's got so much OMI, it doesn't really matter. An extra $500 pretty much means nothing to him. But when you go and say that, he reiterates saying that I'm not selling mine because it's super special, but he says he's not joining the club either. And he reiterates that by, Foster Hill goes and says, most people in the group, and I'll reiterate, I'll go point by point with this, says, most people in the group, talking about the Veve logo group, receive theirs for free, and I don't see anyone discussing future price or selling. Same. It's just a place for people who are truly passionate about Veve to hang out and get excited about the future utility. If you aren't selling yours, why not join? And here's, this is coming from just a place of pragmatism, practicality, and just plain old truth. Every now and then, everyone needs a good, painful truth. They need some tough love. The people, I'm going to say most people, not everyone, because this is the general thing, not general standard, not the rule, not the exception. There are exceptions to every rule. This is not like, let's say AF15, where not a ton of people got that on the drop. And in order to get the AF15 secret rare, you either need to be extremely lucky and got it on the drop, or you need to go and have the funds to buy it. I come from a place where for most of my life, I either had next to no money or was working paycheck to paycheck. And it wasn't until after the military, where, well into my adulthood, where I'd started making funds and could afford to spend 4 figures on something. $1,000, couple $1,000, whatever. Or 5 or 6 figures now, whatever. But back in, 2010, I had nothing, paycheck to paycheck. So again, I understand where people are coming from, but I also now know that it is, you have to look at and again, I'm a little privileged to have gone to other countries, a little privileged to go and see people working 80 hours a week, and that's the norm. There's a lot of people working, 40 hours a week here. Yeah, full-time job, doing your 9 to 5, respectable. If you're providing for yourself and your family, 100% respectable. If you want more, you have to do more. If you, again, not everyone has the ability to go to college and get a really good job. Some people have to struggle with, 2 lower paying jobs, maybe to make ends meet. Maybe you're working 50 hours a week and you're making ends meet. Okay, work 60, work 70, work 80 hours a week. Cut down on niceties, cut down on that. And I really don't mean, what did I do for years? Even after the military, even now, am I selling OMI? Am I getting a 3-bedroom apartment? Am I selling OMI to get a house? No, absolutely not. Luckily I have friends that are nice enough to, let me stay with them. I'm paying rent, but, to give me cheap rent. Or what would I do had it not been for them? I would be going in the crappiest part of town, and I would be paying probably the same what I am, just in a really crappy part of town. And that's what I would do. I would go and do that and grind and get more OMI and get more whatever, just because that's what I do. So having said all of that, the people that have the Veve OMI logo, it's a mix of people that, yeah, you know what, got lucky. You happen to meet David and Dan and they got a logo. It's a mix between that and people that want it. Really want it. How many people get to have abs? How many people get to have a really nice, fit, lean body? People that want it. And I get it. That's the rule. There are exceptions where people, they have diseases or they have ailments or they have whatever that prevents them from getting that nice beach bod. If you want it, you can get it. If you want it, you can get it. And if you wanted that Veve logo, for a couple $1,000 or $3,000, $4,000, that $4,000 might seem like an impossible mountain to climb. But if you're getting an extra $100 a week, okay, less than a year, you can get it. Or you can sell some other stuff and get it. Again, if you want it, you can get it. It's just what are you willing to sacrifice for it? So it's either the people that happen to get lucky and get one, or people that truly want one. And, a lot of people there, they, $3,000, $4,000, whatever. It's okay, whatever to them. So I'm going to go and say, when people go and say that this is only for, the rich or for the whatever, I don't believe that at all. There is, if you want it, you can get it. But again, what are you willing to sacrifice? Maybe for some people, it's not that big a deal. The Veve fam in general is really open and loving and, accepting. Every now and then, do they have to vent? Do they have to go be like, come on, Veve, give me a search bar. Come on, Veve, maybe these prices are too high or whatever. Yeah, people have to vent and people have to go and do that. But if you go and in general, I have never felt better than when I'm with the Veve fam. I'll repeat that. I have never felt better about myself or just in a better, happier mood any other time. The Veve fam makes me feel that. Yes, I've compared Veve to the military as far as the camaraderie. We're hey, we're together through the bad times, through this bear market recession, a little bit different than being deployed, but it is a camaraderie, yes, obviously a little bit different, but for the most part, this is, why did I sell my Walt logo? Or why did I sell my partner statue? Disney is by far the probably best partnership that we have, or at least one of them. I don't know. There's some others that they haven't announced yet, and maybe it could be bigger. I don't know. Disney is one of the best partnerships, if not the best partnership that they currently have that is public. And Walt is safer than the Veve logo. Secret Rare Spider-Man is safer than the Veve logo. The Todd and the Riso are safer than the Veve logo. Only part of my decision to sell Ben Reilly and Fantastic Four #1 Secret Rare and Partners statue, only part of that reasoning was for financial, because you are probably going to have I mean, you already have utility for the Veve logo. That is guaranteed rentability. When you are not going to decon in Anaheim because you live in Australia or Canada, you can't get there, and not this year, and maybe not even next year. Whenever they have renting in, you're going to be able to rent that for minimum, let's say $100. Every single event that they have, which is minimum of 4 events each year, the 2 decons and the 2 Comic Cons. And then what you have is other special things. There's 198 of these that are not, they are not redeemed. There's 302 that have been redeemed out of the 500. I guarantee you there is 0% chance that they have 198 cards left. They just don't. David had to tell Dan, and again, this is public, I mentioned this in my video. David had to tell Dan, hey, we have someone over here, that I ran into that doesn't have a logo, but they should get a logo. Can I get one of your cards to give to them? And Dan said, yeah, all right, sure. And David kept that logo for himself. Like, there was no other person. He did that because he ran out of cards. So doing that, you don't do that if you're flush with cards. And there was a bunch of people that I saw get the Veve logo at San Diego Comic-Con before they decided to really add a bunch of utility, that were new to the app, that had either just downloaded it or didn't download it at all. Super scarce. So I got a lot of these because of the way that I feel. I love Elsa, and I love Frozen, and I love Lion King and Mufasa, and I can't wait for my Mufasa NFTs. But Disney has never made me money. CEO has never given me a hug. The CEO has never come on, of Disney, or any of the executives ever come on my stream and be like, hey, thank you for doing what you're doing. But the Veve team has. The Veve found, like there's not 70 people working for Disney here right now, but there's 69 people. Everyone comment nice down below for 69 that are here right now watching me, and making me feel the love. So part of it was because, yes, I believe that the rentability is going to be much higher for the Veve logo, as opposed to the partner statue, which partner statue was not sold with the intention of having utility. The Aladdin lamp, which apparently took a little bit of finagling to get to have utility, to get that D, barely got it. And anything that the team wants to do, they can do, because there's no red tape. They don't have to go to DC, which, by the way, DC and Backhouse has great utility. It's amazing. That's what they're giving the utility to. Why would DC give utility to Todd or Riso, which I'm very bullish on as the first set, and might even outperform the Veve logo, because that's the first set ever on Veve. That's going to be insane. But why would DC go and give the Todd or the Riso utility when they don't make anything on the resale? They'd give that to the Backhouse. They have to, because they make stuff on the resale. The Veve, though, they don't have to go through DC. They don't have to go through Marvel or Disney. They don't have to go through Universal. If they want to give it any type of utility, they can do it right there, right then. Hey, yeah, it'd be a conversation. Hey, Dan, we should do this. Hey, it's a good idea, David. And then that's it. It's done. And you have me on top of that, which, if you missed my Twitter before, if you don't have Twitter, once we reach 6.9 cents, which will probably be in 2 years, there'll be a party free for anybody that has the Veve logo. And even if you don't have it, or if you have 2, or whatever, at that point in 2 years, you should be able to rent it. And that party, it'll be open bar. And it will be, I don't know if I'll get it catered. I mean, at that point, when I have multiple $1 million, might as well get it catered. But, so that's utility that I'm giving it. And there's a bunch of other people that are like, oh, okay, Randy, you're pumping and dumping, trying to give it utility. Okay, where was this pump and dump, or where were these accusations when I was going and Storm? All right, so about 2 months ago, I had reiterated the fact that I would give Storm utility. I don't even have Storm Secret Rare. When my utility that I gave to Storm Secret Rare is something that I don't even have, because I felt that she was going to be in the Black Panther 2 movie. So that if you have a Secret Rare Storm and you're in the Long Island area, in now it'd be Suffolk County, but in Nassau County, in that area near me, you can come and I'll pay for your ticket. Where was the pump and dump then? Where I don't even have Storm. Alligator Loki. I've been accused so many times of pumping and dumping Alligator Loki. And check the metadata. I've never sold an Alligator Loki. Like, get the fudge out of here with that stuff. So when I say that I'm giving this utility, I'm not looking to sell right away. If I wanted to sell, I would have sold this morning when I had woken up and realized that my, things that I bought for $2,900 and $3,000 or $4,500, I would have sold then. I wouldn't have had to make the video. In fact, after the video, it kind of dipped an extra 500. So when I know I've been going on for 20 minutes and not taking comments yet, but that is just kind of a response to that, a response a little bit to the FUD. And also to go, again, Foster Hill is saying, this is just a place for people who are truly passionate about Veve to hang out and get excited. Dare I say, it's going to be like a classist thing, whatever. I will never change. I will consistently, I don't care how much money I have, tens of millions of dollars, $100 million, I will still enjoy Taco Bell. I will still go running on the beach. I will still be working out at a public gym. And, well, maybe at that point, I don't know. But I am forever going to be dressing in flannel or free Veve merch. Every now and then, maybe if I go to a wedding, I'll get a suit, I'll do whatever. But you can't blame people for saying, hey, there's a lot of negativity. Like in the Walt group, which, by the way, I sacrificed. David is in that Walt group. David is in that partner statue. I sacrificed being able to hear David's thoughts whenever he wanted to, tweet or, be on there or whatever. I sacrificed my ability to see him giving extra thoughts to get another Veve. I already had two at that point. To get another Veve logo. That's how much I believe in it. That's how much utility I think is more to come. But again, that Walt group, I had left that once before because it was just an echo chamber of people whining and complaining, and it's just like there's nothing productive about that. Why would I want to be like? I like being around happy people. Excuse me, like, fight me. In the Veve logo thing, it's nothing but this is awesome. Look at the utility that this is getting. These are people that are hodling. These are people that either don't need to sell or don't want to sell. There is zero talk about price manipulation. There is zero talk about selling. I don't think the price has been mentioned once. I don't think price has been mentioned once in that group. Granted, I've only been there since this morning. Maybe I found it, last night, whatever. Talk to Mr. MC1, talk to Sanjay, and he'll get you in there. But there is zero talk about price. There's zero talk about selling. It's just how awesome this is, and we're speculating on what other utility they could get. So, if you are happy or you want to be around happy people, join that group. Get that logo. Like I said, only part of my decision was financial. Most of it was because I feel really good when I'm around the Veve fam. And Disney, I'm nostalgic for, a lot of the old movies, and some of the stuff they do now is pretty cool. But I'm not nostalgic for Mickey and Walt. I actually never really watched a ton of stuff with Mickey Mouse. Give me Littlefoot over Mickey Mouse. And, that thing only has like 8 movies or whatever. I love Goofy and Max because of Goofy movie. Pocahontas, Elsa, and anything. Like, I didn't watch a ton of stuff with Mickey, so I'm just not nostalgic for Mickey. Mickey is obviously one of the most recognizable brands, if not the most recognizable brand in the world. Pikachu, Japanese Mickey. I understand what that is, but I don't get that good feeling that I get. That feeling that I get when I look at that logo and I think about the memories I have with the team, and not even just with the team, but just with the family. That is worth more to me than the potential difference of what the partner statue and the Veve logo would be. Let's say Veve logo never goes above 20K, and let's say that partner's logo goes to double of where it was from the all-time highs, and it goes to 100K. Again, that's what the logo. That's what a third logo means to me, and that's different for everybody. So So I'm just, anywho, blockchain goes on and he says, exclusive groups, in my experience, create a divide. Yeah, I mean, are there, whenever there's a secret group or a group that has, that they're selective about who gets in, there's going to be a bunch of people that either feel bad that they don't get to be in it, or people that choose to shield themselves from that emotion. They say, "Well, I don't want to feel bad. That's going to make me feel, like a like a wussy." They'll go and say, "I'll be angry instead, and I'll be angry at them, and I'll shout names at them, whatever it is." I understand that, but also, I mean, that's life. I mean, how many people go and join, country clubs and don't even use them? They go to country clubs just for the clout, and that's what kind of it is. It's a bunch of people that are super happy to be there, and not everyone that's there was handed a logo. There's some people that straight up just bought it. There's some people that was like, hey, I'm just gonna buy it. I want to be part of the group. Cool. Pay to play. Pay to be part of it. With that being said, I've also mentioned on here that why do I not have exclusive Patreon content? Because I think information should be free. There are ideas that go on in the logo group, like, oh, I wonder what type of utility. It'd be really cool if they did this. But we're not having secret meetings. Hey, vote on what idea you want to bring to David U for utility. Nothing like that has happened in there. It's just, again, I don't have exclusive Patreon member content because I think information should be free. I've been very clear on this from the very beginning. And I've said before, I would never be a part of pump and dump groups. If that's what this was, I would not be in it. If that's what this was, I would be like, hey guys, y'all are cool. I just got to bounce right now. I'd be really polite, be like, I'm in a bunch of other groups, so many notifications, whatever, and I'd leave. But again, that's not what this is. So I just want to set the record straight. I know I've been talking for about 27 minutes. Let me drink some of my water, and let me take some questions. Yeah. Oh God, there's so many comments. Wes says, not a fan of exclusive clubs. Feels like they create divide among the community. That is what Brock McBlockchain said. Yes. I mean, there's always going to be that. There's always going to be people that think that whether it's, oh, you have a bunch of these sub 100s, you have a bunch of these season ones, you have, this much OMI. There's always going to be that. I mean, if there's I think there's an old school master collectors group that I'm not a part of. Am I salty about that? No. Am I curious? Like, I wonder what they talk about. Yeah, sure, I'm curious. And then I go on with my day. There is, I feel like a lot of times people choose to be upset. And it's just like when I see a ripped Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, do I get like, oh yeah, anyone could have that body if they took steroids. I could have that body too if I had a personal trainer. No, I don't think that at all. I think, God, he's in great shape. Oh God, imagine the sacrifices that man must have made. Like you don't just take steroids and automatically just get jacked. Even if you take steroids, you have to have the most absolute dedication, and the diet's got to be on point, and you got to be working out consistently. Bodies tend to want to stay lean, and they don't tend to want to carry all that muscle. So there is no, like and that's why I think that I'm happier than people. And maybe it's a thing where some people are just hardwired to feel bad about themselves, where it's like, oh yeah, that person is in good shape. Must be nice to be pretty. Okay, well, yeah, I get it. Some people win a genetic lottery and they just happen to be good looking. Most people can get in shape if they wanted to. There is I think, yeah, depression's a thing, but I think the happiness and sadness, I think that's a choice. I think you can choose to be offended by something, and you could choose to feel bad about something, or you could choose to not let it affect you. So I'm gonna go on a limb here, get a tough love, and if y'all are my children, if y'all are my whatever, okay, either that motivates you to make some sacrifices and be part of the club if you want to be a part of it, or you could be like, oh, cool, and then move on. That club didn't exist a day ago, and you weren't a part of it a day ago. Like what does it matter? Is it really negatively affecting anyone's life that it exists? If they made a stay away from Randy Chavez club because he's got too much OMI, he's too powerful, he's got too many logos. Cool, that's awesome. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think that's silly. I mean, yes. Are there people going to feel some type of way? Sure. Is it my goal to alienate people? No, absolutely not. I love people. I love this family. That's why I sold the partners for this Veve logo because they make me feel the best way. Um, but I feel like also I don't know. This I don't know. Moving on. NFT says I feel you Wes like elite versus boys and girls club. I mean it does. I mean there's a bunch of girls in there. It's like at least 10% girls. Um, there's not a. It's not like there's no talk about like peasants or better there. Like again, it's not that at all. It's just people that are super excited about the project. I mean, like anyone wants, they could join the Veve Discord. They could join the official Akomi Telegram group. But it's filled with so much negativity that I feel like the logo is just for place for people that are you're not going to spend $4,000 to go. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you want to spend $4,000 to just go in a group and just complain nonstop. I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, please don't because I like the group that we're in. But there is a group that everyone again. Veve Discord or Comey Telegram group. That's open. There's thousands, tens of thousands, over 100,000 people in those groups. Go and be a part of that. That is the biggest group where everybody's in. Pretty much everyone that's in here are probably in those other groups or active on Twitter. You can talk to those people if you want. I don't know if they'll answer. It's just people that say like, hey, they're super excited and they have a logo and that's it. It's just, it's a club. It's a club. Like there are clubs in school. There are people that play football, and there are some people that like I didn't play football. There are some people that want to play football, but they just don't make the team. And that's it. They just don't make the team. It happens. That either inspires you to get better, or inspires you or it makes you hate jocks because all the jocks are getting all the girls and the jocks are getting all the ladies. Okay. What are you going to do about it? Either get better and better yourself and do that or don't. Or just ignore it and be like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad they have that. Not my thing. Like I said, I never played. I'm pretty, when I was younger, I was pretty scrawny. Probably would have got hurt. So I didn't do that. It was around like high school. I was like, oh, maybe I should join. And then, people started weighing like 220 pounds. Like, okay, I'm probably not going to do that. Moving on. Legacy Bermuda says, let's go. Bill Garner says, what up, everybody? What up, Bill Garner? Squid Cat says, the Golden Dragon staking group is still going strong. See, that's the other thing. I don't have a Golden Dragon, so I'm not getting that OMI each month. It's coming up on 6 months. Not all whales. No secrets. Just people who are looking for utility at a time where there wasn't much at all. Yeah, that's the other thing. The community will give utility to random things. Community, I don't even have Secret Rare Storm. Give them that utility. Moving on here. Matt Johnson says, what up, Randy? Yo, what up, Matt Johnson? How you doing, fam? Metaverse Mango. What up, Metaverse Mango? Sanji says, is this where the cool kids hang out? I mean, this is where we have fun. This is where we have a good time. This is where, yeah, you could ask me anything. Justin says, Big Daddy Chavez has a to-do list. I do. I got to get some stuff over there. I got to put other stuff there. Bill Gardner says, Pag selling his wallet for 3.3 is a little concerning. He definitely paid more for it. I sold mine for 3.2, I think. Why is Pag selling? I don't know. Maybe he's getting a Veve logo. Again, I sold mine. Yeah, moving on. Adam also pays a $10 super chat. Says DC now has a fee going forward, which will likely entice them into doing more within Veve. Season 6 black and white forward. Yeah, so this is why I did bring it up before. I don't know how long you've been here before. I am insanely bullish on that first set, particularly the Todd and the Riso, because in order to get that complete set, you need a Riso, and the Todd because that's the first thing ever minted, on Veve. And okay, well, what do you have there? You have people that won't give a crap about Veve. They'll come in just to get that first set because that's a piece of history. Because that is the first edition PSA 10. That is a first edition base set Pokemon. Sub 100, yeah, that's a PSA 10. But that is first. Like, there's only so many. At some point, you're not going to care if it's mint number 105 or number 1637. It's that because it's that piece of history, and there's so few people that can ever get that first set. So I'm very bullish on that first set. I could have gotten 3 Todds. I could have gotten a Todd and a Russo and another Todd, Russo and another Todd. But DC is not going to give utility to those particular Batmen. Yeah, they might do something, and this is why I'm very bullish on them doing comic books on Veve, because now they do have that 6% fee for Series 6 black and white moving forward. So if you have something like that, now it gives you the incentive to do that because you have that constant, 6% resale value. Now, granted, they are doing a lot with bat cows. They've had, I've gotten very lucky to be able to experience all of that. I don't even have a bat cow. The community is just great. The community for bat cows is very similar to the Veve logo community, where they're just happy and they're excited. Oh, I thank you, Veve. Yes, I love the hat as well. Sleeping is just, I love sleeping. So if DC, wants to continue spreading, the IP around, spread utility around, yeah, they could do that for stuff in the future. So that is a good point where they might give future things utility, but that first set they probably wouldn't because that doesn't have that in smart contracts. I don't want to face again says it'd be cool if they worked with Veve to bring cows into Veve for combining their communities, customizations. Dude, that would be, could you imagine? That would be awesome if that was one of the things that David said that we had, that they had signed yesterday. They had signed 2 things yesterday, one of which he said took, about 2 years. I will still go out on a limb and say that, wouldn't it be poetic that they get the Harry Potter license on the same day that Hagrid died? R.I.P., raise the wand for Hagrid. Who's an absolute OP, by the way. Pretty sure he was one of the most powerful beings in the wizarding world. Have my own theories on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why Tom Riddle got him expelled was because he knew that Hagrid would be the most powerful wizard in the whole wizarding world. So he tried to just, nerf him. But yeah, so I'm sorry, the rest of that super chat. Yeah, if Bat Cows came in, again, Bat Cows is a great community. There's nothing but smiles and nothing but love. Like Randy is like, my base. That when I went to, yeah, it was just they're fun, they're cool, they're just now. Granted, it was in New York. They were New Yorkers. I vibe with New Yorkers because hashtag New Yorker. So maybe I wouldn't vibe with people from like the West Coast. I don't know. I feel like I would anyway, but they're just so fun and awesome. And even at the Black Adam event, they were like, "Oh, you guys are Bat Cows? Oh, hang on, come this way." Like, it was cool. They like, it's like they almost rolled out the red carpet for us. Actually, we're on the black carpet. Got to do that, so that was really fun. If anyone hasn't seen my short on me asking The Rock about running for public office, y'all should go see that. Anyway, God, if they brought the Bat Cows in. I mean, not that we would get an extra 100,000 users from that. We wouldn't, but it's just that it'd just be cool to combine. It'd just be cool to go and I'll ask them about it on my stream this week or next week on my 69-hour stream. Comment nice down below with the 69. I'd asked them about. I mentioned that like, hey, will you? I asked David the first time he was on my stream. Would you ever buy another company? Would you ever like buy raise a couple $1 billion and buy Capcom or buy Square Enix and just constantly have games come out? And at the time he didn't really answer. I don't think raising a couple $1 billion would be a lot, but why not raise like $100 million and go and buy something small? I don't know, or just you got a business development fund, sell some OMI and buy. So I don't know, but it would just be fun because they're in that space. They're in that. They're in the Web3 space. So that would be really fun. It'd be fun to get a bunch of the people that are into Bat Cows, maybe not so much into Veve, because they spend, they spend money, and it's like, okay, get them in. But at the same time, a lot of the people that are in Bat Cows started off with Veve. So, I mean, how much more people are we going to get because of that deal, if that deal were to go through? Probably not a ton. It would just be fun to have them both under one banner. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the rest of the questions. There's a ton of them. We got Darth Chaos says, hello there. General Darth Chaos. Sagittarius says, hello, everybody. What up, Sagittarius? Ethan Youngberg says, hey, Randy. Hi, fam. Bill Gardner says, nice hat. Oh, why, thank you. This is a vintage sleep-in. Actually, this has a mint number on it, too, right? Number 43. Ayo. That is pretty cool. Number 43 is a pretty good number. I think I asked him for the 41, but it didn't have. I asked for number 69, didn't have that either. But thank you, Sleepin'. Shout out to him for this one. Matt Johnson says, "Yo, quick question, Randy. Thinking about getting ultra rare Miles Morales. What's your thoughts on long-term value-wise?" Okay, let's go to the tail of the tape here. Let's go to the Veve. The Veve. Ooh. Rip. Oh well. Sorry. Okay. Moving on here. Let's go to the ultra rare Miles Morales. Okay, so go to the market, go to collectibles. There, what the fudge? Is nobody selling anymore? Like, what is there? Is there no action? Is nobody listing? That might be possible too. So Miles Morales, in my opinion, is a very, 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 very great A tier, possibly even S tier. Where the fudge are all the Miles? Okay, I'm just gonna go to the drops, and then I'm gonna go from. Oh no, that's a Wolverine thing. Okay, and then, well, let's take a look at what the rare is, and I'll see from there. Okay, so 209. Let's say it's 12. Let's say it's 1200 for sub 100. Yeah. So, you can get 1200 for a number 47. That's a sub 50. That's pretty good. Then it's 1100 for a 50. You could wait. What? Get a 57 for 699? That's like. It's like less than 4x. Yeah. All right. You get a 59 for 799. Okay. Well, again, 57 for 699. Number 74 for $600. So you can get a number 74 for less than 3x. You can get a sub 100 of a rare Miles for less than 3x. And that was what I say. It was $599. $550 for number 97. If just get the sub 100. Like at that point, I would just get the sub 100. Again, that's for the rare. So that's a less than 3x. So let's see what the sub 100s for the Miles, probably not going to be too crazy of a difference. Yeah, why get the number 102 for $36.50 when you can get the number 87 for $4,000? It's $350 more. I get it. It's like an extra 10% more, but so the ultra rare, it might only be a 2x. It might. So you said, think about getting Miles Morales. What's your thoughts on long-term value-wise? So I will answer that. There's 208 of them available. 20% of those are available. That's a lot. That is a lot. I feel like Miles is being disrespected here. Now, obviously, he's 6x of what the original price was, so $319. So let's say we're at about $1280 for the sub 100, which is what I would value it at. $1280. Jesus, you can get this for, oh my God, you can get number 67 for $900. Ooh, 69 for $2,400. Get number 67 for $900, 73 for $850, 90 for $750. All right, so you can get a 90 sub 100 for $750. That again, it's less than 3x. That's I think these numbers are really wacky because there's 20% of them that's available. The secret rare got. Even that's like 40%. And the rare, let's see what that is. So at a 1753, okay, so 175. So, all right, so that one is almost 10%. I feel like even though these are very, very, they've already done a very big, you got a big return if you got it on the drop, but there's a video where Gary Vaynerchuk is talking about some college player, that just turned pro, get their rookie card for like, and let's say like $100, $50, whatever it is, and that they had minted like 10,000 of those cards, or like 30,000 of those, how many tens of thousands of cards. And he's talking about this, like, yeah, if this person, this player happens to be really, really good, then the supply is obviously, it might not be enough to meet demand. And he's talking about 30,000 cards as like for the rookie cards. Like, Jesus, that is, and that's just a play. And again, people are people. Why I'm so much more bullish on characters, like fictional characters, that as opposed to real people, is because people are people. Miles Morales is never going to get, arrested for, beating his girlfriend. Miles Morales is never going to get, he's never going to die because of steroid use, because he overdid it on steroids or drugs. Like, I'm so much more bullish on these things than on Miles. And Miles there's a bunch of older, like, it might take a long time, but there's a bunch of older people, let's say 40 and older, let's say maybe 35, let's say 40 and older, that if they're not into comic books, or if they don't have kids, like, they don't know who Miles is. That's more than half the population. And when do men make their most money? It's in their 40s. Peter Parker all day for them. I think there's a scene in My Hero Academia where All Might can tell that Bakugo is frustrated because he sees Deku going and getting better and better every single day, and Bakugo's like, "Ugh." and All Might's like, a level 50 does not grow at the same pace as a level 5. You must understand that, in his All Might voice, in his epic Japanese voice. And yeah, Peter Parker's Grail. He's the OG. He's amazing, and but a lot of the value is already cooked into that. And not all of the value is cooked in. Like, let's say we go to popularity, Peter Parker. Let's say out of 100, Peter Parker is literally like as close to 100 as you can get as far as popularity. Like, as close as you can get as to 100. And Miles Morales, if you're over 40, you probably don't know who he is. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is, Peter Parker. But Miles Morales has been around for a little more than a decade. That's not a lot in terms of comic book stuff. And yeah, again, unless you have kids and you saw Into the Spider-Verse, or unless you're into comics, you don't know who he is. So there's a lot more potential for growth for Miles. They made those mints for the popularity of Miles, what he is now, is, let's say out of 100, let's say he's a 30. Go to any Chad, go to any bar, and be like, hey, what do you think of Miles Morales? Is he a football player? Is it, like that? Most people would not know who he is. And if you go and you take a look at the future, or even now, look at kids now, and they say, hey, who's Spider-Man? I guarantee you there are kids now that'll just say, oh, Miles Morales. They'll probably know who Peter Parker is, if they're into that. But I remember, and the reason why I guarantee you this is happening is because I was coming back from a run one day. This was years ago. So this wasn't even recently. This was like years ago. And, the kids were lining up for the bus for like grade school, whatever. And I recognized my friend Chrissy, that's over there. She's taken her sister to like the bus stop. I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? She's like, oh, hey, and we're talking. And I noticed a kid that was playing a Game Boy DS, and it was a Nintendo DS. I forget what game they were playing. I think it was Generation 4. And I was like, oh, who's like your favorite starter? And I forget what they said. It didn't matter what they said. It's like, oh, most people's favorite starter is like Charmander. Even like mine was Bulbasaur. But as I'm saying, like even though mine was Bulbasaur, I was like, who's Charmander? I was like, who's Charmander? My soul left my body, and it's just kids are so unapologetically, blissfully unaware and ignorant about certain things. In the next 30 years, and I get it, who's going to wait that long for an investment, but even in the next 20 years, those kids are going to grow up and their Spider-Man will be Miles Morales. Like my Green Lantern is John Stewart. Most people's Green Lantern, especially older, it's Hal Jordan. My Green Lantern is John Stewart. Why? Because that's what I grew up with, the Justice League. That's just what I know. My James Bond, yeah, Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. Most other people, it's not them. It's way back in the day. So it's Peter Parker, obviously always going to be the OG, always going to be part of the story. But Miles Morales has a lot more room to grow. And if you're talking about, what would you say, the rare or the ultra rare? Ultra rare Miles Morales, what did I say, 300 something? That there's what 1,000 of him? Maybe? Yeah, God. That he will be probably low four figures, couple thousand. And what timeline did you give me there? Long term, thousands. Now maybe they go and they release a Miles Morales Mighty, and they do a bunch of other stuff. I was actually hoping Miles Morales would be a Mighty, because I get him. Give like a 12,000 Miles Morales Mighty, but they did something heckin' awesome with it. Because it's so scarce. I don't know how many there's other Spider-Man out there. There's the original, there's the Peter Parker, there's tens of thousands of those. And then you have the Ben Reilly, which I sold for my Veve logo. Who's Ben Reilly is Peter Parker. He's him. He's just a clone. He's Peter Parker. So even Spider Woman. What's her name? Oh God, I forget her name. Oh God, I have to look at this now. It's Jessica Drew. Jessica Drew is another clone of Peter Parker, just a woman. Ben Reilly's obviously a little more aggressive than Peter, but there's a whole bunch of other Spider-Man already on there. It's already on there, but it's Miguel O'Hara, it's Peter Parker, it's Jessica Drew, it's Gwen Stacy, Spider-Girl, only one Miles. Now, granted, there's three of them, but I'm very, very bullish on that ultra rare Miles. I'm very, very bullish on all of them, but that ultra rare, is 1,000, yeah, pretty bullish. I know it's a really long-winded answer to your response, and I realize I'm 50 minutes behind on comments. I'm so sorry. Moving on, Cat. Squid Cat says, OMI utility coming. Don't sell and miss the boat. Never sell. I would never sell OMI. I was very, very close. I forget who it was yesterday that was saying, I had like 6,000 gems at one point. Like I can get like another 4.5 million OMI. I can maybe get up to like 150. And someone's like, do it. And long term, I probably should have. I don't care what that Veve logo gets up to. Let's say I bought it at 3K. Let's say that goes to $30,000 in the next 2 years. Which it very well might. Okay, OMI's going to outperform that like a mother flapper. OMI only has to go to all-time highs to outperform that, which will happen next year. Like, it would have been better for me to go and sell everything and to transfer out and to buy OMI. I even told one of my whales that this morning. They were talking about, well, I won't say what they were talking about, I'll tell you what I was talking about. And I was like, in all honesty, if y'all were really debating about like if you had an extra $5 or however many thousands of dollars and you're looking to do something, just buy OMI. If you're not emotional about it and you're just looking at ROI, just buy OMI. And that was my advice to the whales, because nobody knows what's going to outperform what. Veve logo, Todd, Riso, partners, whatever. Even though I think Veve logo has a lot more things to do with utility, which as far as rentability. And who knows when we get that? We might not get rentability for 2 years. I'm hoping in the next year, but who knows? But if you're looking at ROI, OMI all day. I didn't add in new capital. I just kind of moved money around within the app. So yeah, moving on. Sleeping Comics says, "Oh my God, you're wearing my hat. Awesomeness. Yeah, yeah." Sleeping. I don't think I'm gonna take this hat off. I'm gonna wear it to the gym tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Tomorrow I will have Eva from Viviversity on, along with her brother. Her brother hasn't gotten into OMI yet, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna try to convince. I'm gonna turn him to the dark side of investing into OMI. Only if it. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, a buddy of mine might be going to to Decon. Would be great to see him there. Moving on, right, y'all. Jerry Klopp says Europe has it far easier than the USA. As far as what? Let me know. Pixel Trader says nice cat. Happy I got one too. Yo, Jerry Klopp says go to channel. Go to whose channel? Go to what channel? The English channel? Valdemar Stopwood says Best Buy for around 350 gems. Honestly, it might be that Miles Morales. it might be that ultra rare Miles Morales, because that's at 319. I'll just stick with that for right now. Jerry Claus says it cost Randy a couple grand to get that logo. I mean, I sold other stuff. Like I didn't put in that money. I didn't have that to put in, but yeah, it did. 2,900 for one, 3,000 for the other, give or take. Sagittarius says true. Jerry Klaus says pumping that VV logo to the moon. I mean, I'm not saying to go buy one. I'm saying this is why I bought two others. I already had one. I didn't need to buy a second or a third. And when I got the second, I really didn't need to buy the third. Excuse me, but I did, because I think that rentability. If they go and they say again, I don't think they have 198 cards left to give out. I think maybe they have 125-ish. And so I think that means that, yes, there's 40 that is not going to be redeemed, and because of that 1 through 40. But I think there's another several dozen, let's say another 40, that's not going to be redeemed. Maybe even higher. One after, like a week after DesignerCon, I'm gonna get Kelly Vivi Fox at Rootless Girl. I'm gonna tell her to be like, hey, can you come and take a look at the metadata and see how many of those have been redeemed? And she'll be able to tell. And I guarantee you, out of the 500. There's going to be less than 450 that were redeemed, or about, depending on what they do, because they could have actually made 540 of them, kept the first 40, and then we actually have. Although I don't think so, because I don't think anyone has above the 5. I don't think they have anything over 5. I don't think anyone has the number 500. Let me go to my collecciones. The fudge is my the logo's at the top. Huzzah. All right, it's at about 4,000 now. So then Eagle Eyes. Oh, good. Skeet had it. Skeets got bought. So Eagle Eyes. Oh, I know who bought Skeets. Yep. Then. Oh, okay. So. So there's somebody that really, I won't say who it's from, that is a very good point of saying, hey, if the VV logo secret Telegram group is really just a group for passionate people, why not open it up for the passionate people? I mean, that is a fair point, but I mean, that's just also another thing of utility. Again, it's not my group. It's, I was invited in and it's like, oh, cool beans, and it's just fun. I mean, nobody is stopping anyone from making a passionate group like that. They're like, hey, anyone that wants to be super passionate, all of these groups that, whether they're well groups or whether they're, I've never made any of these groups. I had thought one day, I think about making like a bubbles group or something, or maybe there was already. But then I was like, okay, there's a bunch of groups already. I don't really need to. I also don't have time to do it. So I've never made a group before. It's just I've been invited, and just as part of, I think, my job as a YouTuber is like, hey, these are fun. These are cool. These are, I report on other projects that I like the Bat Cows. I report on other projects that I might put money into, let's say like Toshimon or like Hero, that I just happen to like to collect, and I think that I'm not doing that because I think they're going to go to the moon. I think, although it's possible that more people go in there one day, especially with Toshimon, because that's an absolute gamble, degen play. It's just I talk about it because it's fun and it's cool, and I feel like I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about that. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Hang on one second. And I appreciate. Okay. I can never tell. Like, I feel like when I'm in a rush, I always go and I make those grammatical errors where I type in your, Y-O-U-R, where it should be a Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, and suddenly the person thinks I'm an idiot. It's like, okay, this person has a grammar of like a fifth grader, and it's like, oh no, I was just in a rush, and like, oh god, I don't know why those are my cringiest moments. um, um, but also, if it was just for passionate people, it'd get infiltrated at some point. Eh, I don't know how to spell. 'Cause I mean, I feel like that has a way about, people have a way about doing that. Anyway, moving on. Thomas Ecker says, are those people who either can't afford or have the capability of getting to these events? Right? It's not for the masses. I mean, I don't think I've seen one Australian complaining. I and there's 3 in America and then 1 in London, and two, and none of which are in Middle America. They're all in California. 2 in California. They're on the coast. 2 in California, 1 in New York, and then 1 in London. So most people are not able to get here, just because whether it's work or it's cost or it's whatever. Yeah, I get it, but also that's what it's for. Like, it's for the people that, hey, you're supporting us, you are coming up and you're showing, and they're rewarding people for that. I am not a fan of people getting something for nothing, because people will expect that, and I will never expect that for myself. But if it's I mean, every now and then, yeah, I'll do a giveaway, I'll do whatever. Like I said, give it. I don't. This collectible, this Veve logo has utility and will most likely, very very sure, this is why I got 3 of them, will go up in the future with or without me. I could be the one doing like, hey, I don't like this logo because X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't do that because, why just spread that negativity? I mean, if there was a legitimate criticism, I thought a legitimate criticism, I would. But so I get this. They're rewarding the people for going and saying, hey, thanks for coming out. Thank you for coming out, buying a plane ticket, buying a hotel for a couple days, buying the ticket to the convention. Food for the convention is not good. It is overpriced. Thank you for coming and hanging out so we could all be here. New York Comic Con would not have been the same without the people from Comics and Crypto. It would not have been the same without Veve Magic. It would not, any one person that was there, you take them away, it would not be the same. Anyone there. So to do that, it's just kind of rewarding. Hey, you didn't have to do this. You did do it. Thank you. And it's not everybody that gets these tickets. Most people don't. Most people do not get these tickets. So if there was something that was, let's say, I think in like April of next year, I have a wedding on a certain day. If there's a convention, or if there's a big Veve event that's happening on that certain day and I can't go, okay, well, I can't go. I'm not going to be mad at the Veve fan. I'm not going to be jealous. Again, I think jealousy is a choice. I'm not going to be jealous of the people that have the ability to go because they don't have a wedding, I'm not going to be salty, or I'm not going to be, what's that called? I'm not going to be resentful at my friends. Oh, you had to pick this day for a wedding? No, it's their special day. Like, at some point, you just got to be like, hey, you got to be an adult. You got to be a good friend, and you got to be happy for the people that are blessed with good fortune. I would never want to be angry at somebody that doesn't perform for me. I would want to bless somebody that does perform for me. Like, if I have let's say I have two people that I text, like, hey, can I get a ride from here to there? Can I get a ride for the airport? Can I like do that? Can you help me out with something? And one person says that, hey, I'll do it, and then they don't do it. They fall through. And then another person says like, yeah, I got you. And or even if they just don't answer, like, I'm not going to waste my energy bringing the hammer down on the one person that said that they were going to do something that they're not. I just not going to waste my energy. I'm not going to be angry or resentful or whatever at that person. I'm just going to bless the person that chose to help me out. I'm going to bless the person that, like my friend Dan taught me that in, he's been on the podcast, Daniel Hardwick, where there were other people at the office where where they had a lot of call volume. There's a lot of work to be done, and people didn't want to extend their hours, which I don't understand, people not wanting to make money, but they didn't want to extend their hours. They didn't want to work. They didn't want to do whatever. And like, okay, well, instead of, cutting down some of their pay, or taking away their bonuses, I'm just going to bless you with an additional bonus. And I get that some people that might want to come but just don't have the ability. I understand. I get it. That was me for most of my life up until military or slightly after. It is the choice to be jealous, though, and I feel like I've gone over this point a couple of times, but I feel like this definitely needs to be heard. It's that point of, be happy for what you have, not what you're missing. I am never jealous about my friends that get selected for free, like whatever, or get selected. They let's say like girls that, they go out on a date, man pays for the date. I've maybe in the I don't want to say thousands of times I've gone out with women. Maybe a handful of times I've had the meal paid for me by a girl. Whereas I always pay, especially if it's a first date, especially if I ask them out. I'm never jealous towards my female friends that are just like, they can leave their house to go to a bar or party with no money and be able to get everything bought for them. No, I don't. And it's like, dude, that's awesome. Like, I don't know how you do it. I know how you do it, but if once you choose to be happy for other people and just be wowed and amazed, like, you're gonna be so much happier. Like, I swear. A couple years, like people I lived with a couple years ago, when I was deemed to be making too much money to qualify for, those government checks that everybody was getting, even though I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because I had so much money given out to business owners, and the business owners that I gave money to, the government was not letting them work, and those business owners said like, hey, I understand I owe you money, but I'm not working right now, and I need to pay my mortgage because the banks aren't giving me anything. They're not giving me any, relief here, and I have to feed my kids. I'm sorry, but I take care of my family. How can you be mad at that? So while I'm losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because people are defaulting on their loans and not paying me back, while I'm also not qualifying for unemployment or for those checks because I was making too much money, even though I was losing too much money, and I had friends that were getting those government checks, they were getting unemployment, and I had to continue working because I was an essential business, bank, financing. I had to work while I was losing money for nothing. I was working for nothing. I was working so I could lose money. I was working so I could answer the phone so that people could say, can't pay you back. And while my other friends were sitting at home collecting 2 checks, I was never once salty or angry at them. I was like, I'm so happy that you're able to do that because my life is absolute hell right now. Like at that time, I wasn't angry or upset at anyone. I was just straight up not having a good time. And that was, I never got angry or jealous of my friends. I was always saying, good for you, not my situation. I mean, for the most part, I just ignored it. Like, good for you, not my situation right now. I gotta keep hustling and grinding. But once you choose to not be jealous and to not be resentful, your life will be so much better. And I feel like I've beaten this, it's a dead horse. I got to stop beating it right now. So I'll move on. But I really just wanted to drive that point home. Jojo said, crazy giving card utility before MCP. Not really. I mean, MCP is very, very, very complicated and has to be rolled out with elegance, and it has to be rolled out, in conjunction with other stuff. Utility for card is easy to do. Think it up and do it. Like, that's it. MCP is very, very complicated. Giving utility for something is not. Jerry Cloud says, everything out there is something someone cannot afford. Good point. Legacy Bermuda, give me those hearts. How's it going? Jerry Cloud says 4 miles, secret rare at 3600. Damn. All right, so Veve logo be at 4K. Miles Morales secret rare. Let's see what you're at. Can't believe there's 46 of those guys for sale. Yeah, file 4 and 3600. But at that point, just get number 87 for 4K. That's what I would do. Yeah. Oh God, excuse me. Swins is also not feeling that exclusive club, to be honest. I mean, not everyone's going to feel everything. Sorry. Legacy Bermuda says, it's not like you imagine, believe me. Legacy, you're in there. Robert Rosado says, nobody understands us better than us, LOL. It's probably why we feel so good together, even just listening to the stream. I know, dude, you guys are like, I feel like the stream's been like, I feel like it's been a lot of defense, been a lot of negative. We'll try to bring it, try to bring it back with some Pokemon stuff. All right, moving on. Sanji says, is there a secret rare Spidey club, Peter? There might be. Maybe. I don't know. Jerry Klaus says, you'll see. You'll need the physical Veve card to get anything. I hope not. You won't. You won't need the physical, because they'd even said that you don't need to be the original owner. You just need to have the collectible. So if you're not the original owner, you're probably not going to have that card. I don't even have that card because I accidentally left it at my landlord's place, or my ex-landlord's place. So that was bad times. Rob Stones is there. Wait, what there? I missed there. Tito says, no need to separate the community. I'm not really separating. It's more just a group of passionate people, and somebody wanted to do that, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm in. Yeah, good times. Rob Stone says, there are potentially way better pieces for daily rentability. So what would be better pieces, and what would be the rentability, or what would be the utility that you would give them to make them rentable? I'm very curious about that. Derek Hall says, right, they want the VIP Veve cell, right? They want the VIP Veve cell. Always creating stratas. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but yeah. I mean, VIP Veve stuff. Yeah, cool. I mean, VIPs for a reason, right? Sanji says, yeah, true, Rob, like vehicles. True. Legacy Marina says, Ameo is not a bad type of separation. There are many amazing fan clubs like Todd and Superman, but a lot more. True. Jay Cloud says, the Veve logo group is a particular group. It is a particular group. Legacy says, what do you mean? Jay Cloud says, go to my collectibles, and he single-handedly pumps AF15, which he already owns many copies of. Here we are pumping logos. It's like all the crypto channels. Okay, well, is my collectibles pumping AF15 and then selling them? Or is he just saying, hey, I like collectibles, and I really like AF15. That's why I bought, so many. I don't know how many he has, but my collectibles is such a chill person. He's just so chill. He's been dubbed the Mr. Rogers of Veve. But like, again, it's one thing if you say like, hey guys, this is going to go to the moon. When you have like 8 of it already, and then as you see the price rise, you dump. Again, I have never dumped. I have, again, check that metadata, Jerry. Never gone and sold a Loki. Haven't sold any of these. Haven't even sold Nomi. Jojo says, when OEP, I thought it was around the corner. Must be a big corner. I mean, the article will be given out at some point this quarter. Was it supposed to be like the last 2 weeks? Yeah. When it's going to be, I don't know. I'll say sometime this quarter. Jerry Klaus says, Vader Ultra Rare is heading down. Is it? Take a look, see. Let's go. Oh man, I have to scroll so much for Vader. The struggle is real. Um, all right, shouldn't be too far away. Yep, there's a Star Wars, the Dark Side collection. What's the ultra rare Vader at? He's at 798. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He do be going down though. Justin says Amazon logo. Imagine. Oh, could you imagine if we got Amazon as a partner? That'd be great. Jerry Klaus says this party can't wait. Moon Fantasies. Oh, this party's gonna be great. For anyone that has it, like I said, that anyone that has that party or anyone that has a logo at 6.9 cents, be doing a party. I don't know where yet. Zygo says, I think Miles Secret Rare is so undervalued long term. This logo will be rare, but has double the mints. You're right. It has double the mints. So here's where I think the money comes in for me. And again, let's say you only have 4K or for however much, and you could either get a Miles or a Veve logo. If you're doing it for money or at least residual income, there will be people that are going to want to rent Miles. There's going to be people that are going to want it to show off at whatever, because they want to, and those people will probably show up a couple times a year. Hey, can somebody rent me a Miles for, can I rent them for like $20 for the day or for an hour or 2 hours, however much you want to rent them for. And the Miles community can be like, yeah, we'll do it for $50 for 3 hours, whatever. That will happen, but it's pretty much going to go to the lowest bidder. It's pretty much going to go to whoever wants to rent them out for the cheapest. And the community can come together and say, we're not going to sell them, or we're not going to rent them any lower than this. Cool. But that Veve logo, 4 times a year, everyone's going to want to rent that when they go to these cons, because they're going to get that physical, that physical that they're going to be gifted, they could just sell that, probably hundreds of dollars. And there's going to be other stuff that they haven't announced yet. And there's going to be stuff that, like I said, I'm doing. Will there be other stuff for that party? I mean, I might do 1 party a year. I might do 2 parties a year. I don't know. We'll see. But as far as rentability, I think that logo will have more rentability. As far as price, yeah, Miles Morales might especially Miles Morales, the popularity isn't going to go away. It's only going to go up. As kids get older, as older people find him, as he gets into the MCU. I guarantee you there are people that might not know who Miles is, that know about the MCU. So Miles' popularity will go up. And maybe the base line, like maybe he goes up, that secret rare goes up to 20K and the Veve logo only goes up to 12K. Maybe that's possible. But that rentability, I think, is where it's at for the Veve logo. Jerry Claus, yeah, but there are only a few Veve logos. That's true. I'm really curious to see how many there's going to be at the end of, like, a week after DesignerCon. Thomas Eckers, LOL. All Chat Games, ha ha ha. Yo, what up, fam? What up, All Chat? Veve Fam Bam says hello. Oh, what up, Veve Fam Bam? All Chat Games says we working. Drink Flamingo. SoCal, Only Home is evening, fam. Good evening. Ooh, Sagittarius says I'm excitedly waiting to meet you guys soon. Sagittarius, I'm gonna meet everybody. Super excited. Hiccups. Jerry Claus says, as these millennials age, they get desperate to maintain tight relationships, like in childhood. I mean, I don't know if I'm desperate. Honestly, I've talked about this like last week. I think I had Eva from Viveversity and Veve Fam Bam on the stream. I'll get to that thought in a second because we just got a big super chat coming in from Sleeping Comics. Says thank you for wearing the hat. Sleeping. You did not have to. You 100% did not have to. My day. I got Sleeping. Are you gonna come to Decon? I want to give you. This is selfish, but I just want to give you the biggest bear hug. I just want to wait. If your head's here, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to be nose to nose. If I wasn't so chunky and out of shape, I'd want to run with you. I would want my ideal day, or my ideal not day, like morning. We get up with Sleeping and we just go running. And I'm not gonna lie, I am very out of shape. I am just so disgustingly not in shape right now. And I would just gonna go running with Sleeping. I'd do sprints with him. He could obviously run it for a lot longer than I could, but I feel like sprinting, we do sprints. Okay, we walk back down the hill. We Kate Bush up the hill, and then we, walk back down the hill. I feel like I could do that for, oh my goodness, Sleeping. Are you tipsy right now? It's so much money. Like, I'll be at Decon. Oh, awesome. All right, so Sleeping, one morning, It might not happen at decon because I'll probably be pretty hungover all those days. But I want to run with sleep in, and then on the way back, like when we get to the hotel, my collectibles is there with a protein shake and some cookies, and we like milk and cookies. Like that's our recovery. We drink a protein shake, we have a small glass of milk, and then we all talk about our favorite comics. We all talk about Miles Morales and like, okay, which uncle do you want to be in the MCU? Do you want what's his name? The Prowler? Do you want Aaron Davis? Which one do you want? And then we would just go and eat those soft chocolate chip baked cookies. We'd fresh out of the oven, or we'd put them in a microwave. Chewy Chips Ahoy. That is that's like the best morning that I think I could have one of those days. And obviously, we'd party with everyone else. Sleep and I love you. I'm gonna wear this all the time now. This is. Did you sign it? I did not realize. I had no idea that so I didn't. I don't want to be like Al Bundy. That is just like, it's the first time I looked at you. I want to like. I just saw the hat and I was so mesmerized by it, and then I didn't want to take the thing off. I didn't want to bend it. This is what it is. I didn't even notice the number at first. I was like, oh my god, Stephen Comics hat. And I wore it for a while. I think I wore it out. No, when I got back is when I had it. I was probably gonna wear it to the gym, but I'll wear it to the gym tomorrow. Yeah, this is a very good day. So I'll see you then at the decon sleep, and we'll be doing our good stuff. Give you a big old bear hug. Now, where was I? Moon, yep. Thomas Decker, dab, LOL. All check games. What up, fam? Yep. Not everyone. Oh yeah. So Jerry Claus says, all right. Millennials, as they age, get desperate to maintain tight relationships like in childhood. I don't say I'd be desperate to like maintain those, or I mean, I guess some do, but I've seen it with people where they go and they're like in a friendship or they're in a relationship. It's like, why do you hang out with this person? They're like always so take advantage of the negative. I've been friends with them for years. Okay, but like, how long do you have to save face? Like, you just at some point, you gotta. I don't know. You can't be responsible for other people's happiness, But I will say that anyone that's watched Justice League, or maybe it's in Justice League Unlimited, will know this. Shiera, Hawkgirl, said one of the most amazing and nostalgic lines that just rang deep, that I remember forever. She said that we tend to remember people as when we knew them, forgetting that they do change, or something along the lines of that. Like, yeah, we tend to remember people, or we want to remember people, cling to the memory of people as they once were, forgetting that they do change. And it's like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of that's true. I mean, that happens whether you're in. You think of your friends on when they were. I mean, I saw this meme the other day, like, it was only 10 years ago that me and my friends in high school were drinking booze out of an Ugg boot, and now they have kids and they're taking them to kindergarten. Wow, what a crazy, what a crazy day, what a crazy, crazy life. I don't know if I mean, I'm not desperate. I was saying this. I had Eva, from Veve and VFam on stream like a week ago, and we were talking about, who I should eventually date at some point in the future, or what type of person I should date. And it's like, okay, trying to think, okay, I should probably get him now before I'm before OMI Moons and before, maybe the YouTube channel goes up. But then I would have I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times the relationships that I had, it's been mutual, but I've never had like been zero at fault. It's always been, okay, I'm a little bit this way, a little bit that way. I just feel like I might be one of those people that I don't know if I could be with someone long term, because I don't know. I feel like I'm also like, I don't know. Like I need to. Hey, you want to watch a movie? Oh, I got to stream. I can't. I'm sorry. I'll be in the other room though, and I'll be like here for like X amount of hours, or I'll be it's hard. And not that I'll do this forever. But I'm pretty, and I might be the exception of the rule for like the millennial thing that you're talking about, Jerry. But I feel like I'm okay with not having, to be super close to someone like all the time. Maybe that's also the military in me where we, see you in 7 months when you get back. All right. And actually it turns out to be like, hey, Chavez, you're deploying in like a few months. Okay. And you don't see them for a year because you leave before they come back. And I've had that several times. My friend Kim, they kept taking her away from me. She would go, I would go, she would go, and I get out and we live together for a little bit. And so, it's, I'm fine with not having, I'm not desperate to maintain tight relationships. They just happen. Thomas Decker says, who wouldn't Mexican pizza back? I like pizza. Mexican pizza? Like a taco pizza? SoCal, my homie says, smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it. Dog Boy says, I'm so mad that I slept on the Veve logo. Still may have a chance in the Anaheim. Any advice, Randy? I never met David or Dan. So, I don't want to... All right, so... Just be yourself. Just be like... I don't want to say... I don't want to be one of those people. This is reminiscent towards, like, kids in, like, college back in the day. And it might still happen. But, like, hey, go to the doctor and say this, and this. I'll coach you on how to get Ritalin so you can stay up and study late for tests. I'll coach you on how to get Adderall so you can go and play video games for 14 hours at a time. I don't want to be one of those people that is like, hey, here's the blueprint for getting the logo out of David and Dan. I mean, you could just ask. I'm like, hey, heard you got any more of those logos? I don't know if that'll work. I mean, I would feel icky if I say like, hey, this is exactly what you should say to manipulate them into get like I'd feel icky if I did that. I will say just be yourself and just tell them how you feel. Or just be like, hey guys, oh my god, yeah, like I don't know. I feel like even if you tried to rehearse, once you finally met them, it's like all of that goes out the window, and you see David smile like, hey, how are you? It's like, David, like it's like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. Yeah, you got a plan until you get rocked. Like, oh god, abort. We gotta try to adjust. This is just go and be yourself. Go and be yourself and go and have a good time and have fun and talk to him. Yeah, talk to him and ask him a question. Or be like, hey, great to meet you. Can I get a pic? And, ask for a question. I don't know. Stuff like that. Thomas Decker says, there's millionaires. I want to be a millionaire. So freaking bad. All Jack Games says, I just did my taxes. I lagged. But thank God I did. OMI is a tenth of the price I would have bought it at. Hey, yo. Thomas Decker says, they good people, though. Mm-hmm. Dog Boy, what's going on? Sagittarius says, I like crypto and trade psychology. Yeah, I like that too. Big A says, just finalized my taxes too, like 3 days ago. Wish I didn't have to pay taxes. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, bad times. Bam Bam says, we ain't going to Miami. We working. I love that. Just says, like a sissy lala. You make me wanna la la. In the kitchen on the floor. I'll be a fresh thing. Drinking milk up off the floor. I'm like an alley cat. All right, sorry. Just love Ashley Simpson. Justin says, F Miami. VP Fanbam says, one day we'll be in Miami. One day, put it together. Okay. We got that. Understand? Yep. Oh god, there's so many. Okay. Mr. MC, I gotta put my things on for Mr. MC1. It says, a lot of energy and excitement after David and Dan chatted in Twitter space yesterday. Wonder if you caught it. Also, conversation in the group is about meeting the founders, other VV family events, not price pumping or dumping or whatever. Mr. MC1 is so jail. I gotta go and put my tweet notifications on for him because it comes up with some good stuff. Moving on. We got Sagittarius says, VV fan bam. By that time, I think we don't need to work anymore, only do what we have passion for. That's true. I can't wait for people to be brought home. Sagittarius, just read that. Justin says, oh, yes, right. VV fan bam says, positively, absolutely. Big A says, hey, Fam Bam, what's in the box? What's in the box, fam bam? We'll find out at Decon. Justin saying box, question mark. Fam bam says, oh, ha ha ha, I can't say at all. Can't say, would ruin everything. Whippets runs to 6.9 cents. I'm retired with no more job. The dream is real. This could effing happen. Yes. I think that happens in 2 years. I think 6.9 cents happens in 2 years. You know, and the reason why is because yes, we'll burn a lot next year. I think we'll hit all-time highs next year, sort of because of the burn. But at some point, you either destroy the supply and the price doesn't go up, or and in which case, if you destroy the supply and the price doesn't go up, the market cap goes down. So you either do that, and this way you know your percentage of OMI that you buy is worth more. You know, let's say $10,000 buys you whatever percentage of OMI right now, but when there's an additional 5 billion OMI burned and a bunch more locked up via staking, you're actually buying a lot more of the supply for the same amount of price. So percentage wise. So when you have something like that happening, I believe you get a burn where the price has to go up at some point. And then you have land, you have staking, that land sale, which probably end of next year, whatever that is going to be absolutely huge. 2024 is that Bitcoin halving. If you guys think exchanges, we'll get a couple exchanges next year. I don't know if they'll be big. I don't know if you know, but everything was delayed because of this recession, the war, bear market, whatever. But 2024, next Bitcoin halving, things gonna pop off. We got a super chat from JH. What's going on? Says shout out from Elmont. Got a card from David after I saw you at New York Comic Con. Randy, what's the significance of having the physical card versus the NFT? I'm not selling. So be advised. Oh God, where is my wallet? I'm pretty sure I don't have the logo, the card, because I had put that somewhere, and where I had put that, I think I just left it at my place. That was a number 41 card. I will say that I do know of sales that have happened via the card, like the physical card. Somebody that had happened to buy, no, that's not it, that they had happened to buy a Veve logo, a digital one, and they didn't have the card, so they bought a physical. They bought the physical card. What was that? How much did they pay? I don't know if I'm at liberty to say, but you can buy the physical card. I don't know how much it'll be. Is this one card? Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have it. I wish I did, but I don't. It was unfortunately left at my old landlord's place. Maybe one day I can buy another card. It might not be the same, but you know, that's my hope. It's my hope is that one day I will get to buy another card. Moving on here. Yeah, put that down. I mean, the physical card is just you can't show them the physical card and and redeem that for a free physical copy of whatever they give out. The physical card is really just getting that, you know, redeeming that code, and that code will give you the logo. That's pretty much it. The physical card might be worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. Probably not a crazy amount. The digital one is obviously worth thousands right now. Probably 5 figures in the future, well into the future. But if you have it, I would say keep both. I mean, there's probably fewer physical I know there's fewer physical cards than there are logos, because I -1 for me. I already lost mine. Like I already left mine in my other apartment. So that's one of the biggest differences. If that wasn't clear, or if I feel like I wasn't explaining that well, let me know and I'll answer again. But I'm glad you got that card after you saw David. Good things come to those who order other people Ubers. My man. Now, where was I? And everything. Yeah, so Whippets Run, just to reiterate that, Bull Run 2024 because of Bitcoin halving, so 2 years I think 6.9 cents is very, very doable. CEC level says, Randy, how do you get into the partners group if you have a statue? So there's a part on Facebook. No, not on Facebook. I'm sorry. On the Twitter. Just search at partner statue, and at partner statue will go and just message them and say like, hey, I got a I have a partner statue. They'll get you in. You just got to show proof, and your proof will just be like showing your mint number or whatever it is. Soon. Can't wait. Yeah. Moving on. We got Spartan says hi. Nice one. What's up, Spartan 11? Crystal Stroud says hello, Randy and Dashy. Are you in your new place? I am. So glad you noticed. I know I'm an hour 3 minutes behind on comments, and I'm so sorry. But yes, we are in our new place. I am about to write some names. I need a bigger board. I definitely need a bigger board. And then I have a smaller board that I'm going to put up top. Yeah, moving on. Ed Feely says, I can't wait till we get an OG badge. Won't be able to buy them. Well, it's not true. I think, well, maybe, I don't know. Could you buy? Yeah, no, you'll only actually be able to have that if you're an OG. I don't know if you'll be able to buy them. It's a good point. You probably shouldn't be able to buy them because, you know, then you'd be like, oh, you're an OG, but they just joined like 2 months ago, you know? Yeah, that's a good point. You might not be able to. Ginferno is going on. Says, I'm excited for the Labyrinth job. I like that movie. Dude, I want that person who's riding a dog. That looked, you know, that fearless leader that they have. That looks really cool. I want the secret rare. And they're all $30. Probably won't sell out, but I think that's a good value. Adam Wassleface, thank you for the super chat. It says DC now has a fee going forward, which will likely entice them into doing more with Veve. Season 6, black and white. Yeah, I think so too. I think that because they have that 6% fee now, I think that's why they can go and get DC comics, and we can get comics on the app. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to. Adam Wassleface, thank you for the super chat again, saying it'd be cool if they worked with Veve to bring cows into Veve for combining their communities and customizations. Yeah, that'd be cool. If you can get like put a bat cowl on a Todd, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Sagittarius says it's life. That's life. University. Oh, thank you so much. I know I realize I'm an hour behind. Say, hey, just joined. Nice hat, Randy. Oh, thank you so much. Derek Morris says, OMI price predictions at the end of next year or 2024. So end of we get all-time highs next year. And I recognize it's like a 10x from here, but we start burning. So either the price goes up to reflect the market cap staying the same. Again, the price going up doesn't mean the market cap goes up. It just means that with the amount that we'd be burning, the price would have to go up a little bit to keep that, unless we don't, the price stays, I mean, there's no way. I mean, it could go lower. Bitcoin can go down to 13 to 15K and we can go lower. We can go to 0.00105. You know, we can get really close to that 3.0 mark. And it could go to 3 zeros and then, you know, we bounce up from there, you know, but there is, God, that'd be insane. $900 per million OMI. Be nuts. But I'll just say, you know, between 1 and 2 cents, maybe 2 and 3 cents. But probably over a penny. Between 1 and 2 cents. Probably between 1 and 2 cents, that's all I'll say. At some point, all-time highs. But 2024, yeah, that's gonna be nuts. You know, we 10x, you know, obviously get us up to, you know, let's say penny and a half, and then I don't know if we 10x again, go to 15 cents, but we would definitely do another 5 or 6x. I mean, by 2025, 2026, it's over, man. It's over. There's so much. You know, at that point, I mean, Veveverse in general, and we're going to see what the Veveverse is going to look like. Now, I was talking with this about in one of the people that have a bunch of OMI groups called a Whale Group. It's kind of one of the smaller parts of the Whale Groups that I'm in. But we're talking about what the Veveverse could look like. And I'm thinking that if it looks anything like Spatial, I'll be happy. Because there's a chance that the people that Veve hired could be like, okay, what's really popular? Roblox and Minecraft is popular. Their graphics suck. Let's make that. But But again, I've never been a big graphic guy. As long as what I'm playing is a good game, I don't care. I don't care what the graphics look like. Now, granted, does the game Stray, that Stray kitty cat game, does that look amazing? Yes, absolutely. Does look amazing. But and there was also a good game. But there are games that could look amazing, and if it's not fun, it's not fun. I like games that are really good, regardless of what they look like. But that being said, a lot of people care about graphics. And if we get something that looks like Minecraft or look like Roblox or looks like, if it's not that good to some people, it's going to be a big turnoff for a decent amount. So there is part of me that I'm hoping that it just looks like, if it looks kind of similar to Spatial, where people don't have legs or whatever, but you say, okay, cool, I'm fine. That is fine. I'm very happy with that. But I just want to let people know that if it looks, like it's maybe like Flash animation, or if it looks like it's, I don't, whatever we're on, Unity Engine, Unreal Engine 5, whatever, even if the graphics aren't that good, we still have all these characters, still have amazing stuff. But there's a chance that it looks really good. There's a chance that it could look like Spatial or even better, and it could have this amazing stuff going on with it. And God, it could blow. So most likely everyone will be like, oh, cool, we're finally seeing it, and the graphics will be good, and everyone will be like, okay, cool, this is what we can do. This is what, they can tease it. I think the outliers is if it looks like, let's say, really bad. It's like, oh God, we're hacked. Or the outliers be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Most likely it'll be the middle outliers. It could be those guys. But I'm pretty excited for what we're able to get to see. Weavy Fan Bam says, hi, Eva. Thomas Decker says, what do you think is happening with the Secret Rare Miles? There were 62 24 hours ago, now it's 44. Oh, maybe people are being like, hey, let's, oh, I went too far. Went too far. Oh my God, gotta go back. I'm gonna go to the drops. You said the Secret Rare? Take a look at Secret Rare. 24 hours ago, now it's 44. It's 47, 36. I mean, so if you really look at it, all right, nobody's paying more than 10K for this right now. So 9. Let's say there's actually only 22 for sale, because the rest are 10K and above. Nobody's paying 10K or above for this right now. So there's actually only 22 for sale. And let's go until it doubles. There's actually 18 of them for sale, but before it doubles, going to like 7K. I don't know. I don't really know why there's much less listed now. Maybe people thought like, hey, I'm not going to sell it for down here. I want to wait until it goes to, $8,000. Viviversity says, hey, Fan Band, what up? Sagittarius says, hello, Viviversity. Thomas Decker says, right, but DC gets 10% on their platform. Why not just drop them on Palm? Because of the network. Like, look at like the amount of people that are on Palm and the amount of people that are on. I mean, would you? All right, so here's something that'll tell you. If there is a shopping center that has, let's say, Kohl's, it has Nike, it has Sports Authority, it has food, let's say Tropical Smoothie and Wendy's and a movie theater, and there, in order to be there, you have to pay a tax, where on everything that you sell has to be taxed by 5%. Now, you could go and be your own store, not in the shopping center, where you don't have to pay that tax. You could be half a mile down the road, and you don't have to pay taxes at all. You are Adidas, you are by yourself. You don't have to be competing with Nike, you don't have to do whatever. Adidas every single time will go to that shopping center with its competition, Nike right there, and Sports Authority and everything else. Why? Because all of the foot traffic is over in that shopping center. If you go and, yeah, they could go and release everything on Palm. There's not nearly as much foot traffic on Palm. There are people that like DC Comics that will not buy Palm NFTs because it's too complicated. because they're older and they don't know how to use MetaMask and they don't know how to send Ethereum to there. They don't have any of that. They will go and they will miss out on those deals and not buy and not trade. They will 100% want to do it with Veve, even though they're getting a less amount because of the foot traffic that's there. Yeah, they might get only 6% instead of 10%, but there would also be $100,000 in probably not that much, but there would also be, let's say, 10,000 or maybe 50,000 in trading volume each day, as opposed to 8,000 in trading volume each day on their app. 6% of 50,000 is a lot more than 10% of 10,000. So that is why. Now, that being said, maybe they still don't. Maybe they do that for a political reason. They do that for whatever reason. But in that area, that's why they would go to Veve, because of the foot traffic. And Palm, which is limited to the IP that it has, we are not limited. There are no limits. This is, and also to be able to stand on their own or stand shoulder to shoulder with Disney and say, oh, okay, yeah, you're not better than us just because you're on Veve. We're on Veve too. Or they could go and try to do it on their own. No way. They stand shoulder to shoulder with Marvel and Disney, or try to do stuff on their own platform where they know, like, I think Black Adam is one of the best superhero, is either the best DC movie over the last 10 years or number 2, because Man of Steel was pretty good. But I think Black Adam was the best DC movie since Man of Steel. And that being said, the Marvel MCU is just so much better done than the DCEU. DC knows this. They inherently know this, that their movie series is not as good as Marvel's, and the IP, which is great, is just you can't really compete with Disney and everything that they have. Can't beat them, join them, and let people come to the app for Disney, and then let them find your product. Let them find the DC comics. Let them find everything else that's on there. That's why you go and you go on there for the less amount of money, because of the foot traffic. So Viviversity says, hi, Sagittarius. Hi. Well, I assume he says hi. Sagittarius says, maybe Harry. Oh, it got deleted. I don't know why his message was retracted. Jordan says, Randy, do you have a secret rare Miles? I don't. One day though, maybe one. Yeah, probably one day. I like Miles. Miles is really good. So be advised, guys. A lot of these things that I'm gonna get in the future when OMI moons, I'm not gonna get them to flip, because at that point when OMI moons, I don't need to flip anything for $3,000 anymore. At that point, it's gonna be have a lot of money, but I'll get it because he's just a really good character. He's very, very relatable. On the Miles drop, I had like a 20-minute thing why Miles is a grail, why he's so relatable. So go to that video. That was really good. Justin says, looks as if 4 secret rare Peter Parkers sold in the last 24 hours. Tobey Maguire had meme quality. He does have meme quality. Yeah, let's take a look at the Spider-Man. Spider-Man. See what we got here. There's 38 for sale. Oh, 8,800. Not a ton of him. Not a ton of him. Or I mean, I don't say not a ton of it, just not a lot. He's pretty cheap there. Moving on. Thomas Decker says, Disney has new show that's been out for a couple seasons. It's Peter, Miles, and Gwen. Huge hit. Oh yeah, it's Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Miles' PlayStation game was huge. Yeah. Miles has a lot going for him. That Into the Spider-Verse, best animated movie in 2018. One of the last games was him. And again, Spidey and His Amazing Friends. Good times. What's up, Omi Panda? How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well. Good evening. We got a super chat coming in from Akomi Skywalker. Says, made it to 20 million. I feel like I was Kermit the Frog. I was like, let's go. Dude, I'm so happy for you. So, here's what I see in your future. I see you selling 1 million OMI every year until we're at like 2030 when we're $1, and you still so you have like you'll be a decamillionaire when this reaches like 90 cents, even if you're selling 7 million OMI by that time. And it'll get easier to sell OMI when it's a penny. Yeah, a quick $10,000 that'll feed me for a couple months, and then in 2024, when it's several cents, sell 1 million OMI. Wow, that's like $30,000. That's great. And then 2020, and actually that would only be 3 cents. I'm sorry. Let's say 8 cents, 80,000. Yeah, dude. 2025, deep in this bull run, and OMI's like 12 cents. Sell million OMI for $120,000, bruh. That's what I see for you. Life getting so much better, so much easier. You have to wait a bit. It's not gonna be today, not gonna be tomorrow, but it will be soon. Can't wait for you, man. Very excited for you. Now, where was I? Oh God, where was I? The Veve Omi says, "What's up, Randy and Dashi?" Hello, Dashi. Sagittarius says, "Hi, Omi Panda." Pixel Trader says, "I estimate only 80 to 100 people will be able to complete the full Miles Morales set. Pretty crazy." Maybe. Yeah, it's true. Some people just like if I had, let's say, it's $3,500, and that's it, and I get the Miles Secret Rare. That's what you want to do in collecting. Get the most expensive ones first. I would just I would just go and be like, okay, now I have no money for the common, the uncommon, or I'm sorry, the rare or the ultra rare. But at least you got that expensive. Yeah, and it's gonna be hard. But there's gonna be some people that buy the rare first because it's the cheapest, then they'll buy the ultra rare, and then by the time they're trying to able to afford that $3,500, suddenly Miles is $5,000. Like yeah, it's gonna be very, very hard. Omi Panda says Beetlejuice look, Randy. Wow, thought I did something for real quick. Doctor Strange was dope running into you at the con. Yo, Doctor Strange. Yeah, it was great seeing you. It's great seeing everyone. Every single con I go to, there's more and more people that I never met before, and you guys are great. You guys are fantastic. So I love you guys. Like, keep going. I'll keep going forever. Forever. Comey Skywalker is saying, "Hell yeah, man. Super hyped. Randy, would you scoop up 5 Jokers at these prices for long term?" Well, let's take a look-see at the app and let's get going. We're going to go to the brands. Batman. All right, so Joker was series 2. Jim Lee the Joker, I'm guessing. That was the first appearance. 75 hundo of those. Only 58 available, though. That is less than 1%. So it's less than 1%. As 100, these guys were literally like $1,300. I think they were even $1,500. Actually, no. Harley's these were I think up to 2K at one point. So you are saying 5 Jokers at these prices for long term. Let me look at the sub 100. I would say the sub 100 for this should be, I don't know, 1,500. Well, you can only get one sub 100, and it's number 73, and it's $2,000. I would say it'd be 1,500 is fair, but there is no cheaper option. You get 2 whales that want a sub 100 set. They can't get it. Only one of them can get it. So I'll go in 5 of these. Say 150, so it's 500, 750. So let's say it's close to $800 for these. I would say that's 780, 783. I think for $783, you're probably there might be other stuff that you could get. I'm not 100% sure what they would be right now. That is season 1. That's really good. Not a sub 100, but that's the first appearance of Joker. There's not too many others. You got the Batman Who Laughs, and you got the Dick Lee. You got what was the other one? Not Dick Lee. Oh God, it's gonna be a meme. Dick Sprang the Joker. Jim Lee and Dick. All right. I'm not sure what some other stuff. I mean, Starfire, you get a complete set. You can get Starfire, and you can get what can you? You get Starfire, and you can get Big Barda. So you can complete 2 sets, and you can get it depends. You can get a bunch of stamps, or you get 3 sets. You can get Big Barda, you can get Starfire, you can get the baseball stamp, you can get a couple of other stamps. Probably there's a bunch of sets that you can get with Disney villains. Disney villains are what, like $100 for the whole set? Not even close. $20 plus $5. Jesus, 25 plus 11, so that's 36, and then 69, so 36, 69. So $41.69 you can get a whole Disney villain set. That is so cheap. That's one of the cheapest sets out there. Get Golden Moments, get a Winnie the Pooh. I would be. Oh, let's see these golden duos. What's a Winnie the Pooh at? Winnie the Pooh is at 85 gems. You're not going to get the whole set. Oh, I have 2 Winnie the Poohs. Very good, very good. That's so stupid. Oh, how are they so cheap? Timon and Pumbaa, what are you? You're 50. Timon and Pumbaa's below retail. These things were $60 at the time, and he's literally below retail. That is bananas. What about Flounder and Sebastian? 64, barely above. Cogsworth and Lemire, 53, also below retail. Chippendale, 145. I like the Joker. I think that's really good that he had, and stacking can be good. And if you get that, you're actually getting like 10% of the available supply that's out there, because there's less than 1% of the supply that's out there right now. There's like 53 of them. You're able to get that, and that's not including other Jokers that are just out of the 58. Let's say that you don't want to pay for more than $1,000 for one. Okay, there's 10. Okay, I'm sorry. There's 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's say you don't want to pay more than 300 for one. There's 22 of those, so you really only have, out of 22, so there's 36 left. There's actually only 36. You take 5 away, there's 31. And I don't know how many of those are botted. I like Jim Lee the Joker. It's the first appearance Joker, but I think on the blockchain, I think there are other things that I do like better though, even though he is season 1. 7,500 is a lot. I mean, right now it won't be in the future, but if you do that, I'll be like, okay, cool play. We'll see where that goes in the next year. You'll make money with it. Moving on here. What was I? We've got Beetlejuice look. Thank you. Veve Fan Bam says, can't wait to see Eva and her bro tomorrow. I can't wait either. First appearance of her bro on my show. Gonna be super excited. Akomi Skywalker, what up? Saying, yeah, I wasn't thinking special mints, just the cheapest. And yeah, just the if you want to stack those, it might take a little while for that to go up, but because again, DC, this isn't the only place you get DC content. You get DC content a lot of other places. If they could get here, a Joker on like a hero card, they could get a Bat Cow where it might look like the Joker. They could, they just had a Harley Quinn thing, the birthday cake, the freaking happy freaking birthday cake or something like that. Man, I'm really fat. So yeah, that is. I think there are other things that might, but these, if you like them and you want just like a squad of Jokers, yeah, that's cool. Put them in a showroom. They look dope like that. They're pretty legit. Omi Panda says, hey, Fan Bam. Jordan Z says, Secret Rare Miles undervalued. What was he? Oh, yeah, of course. In a bull market, it's going to go nuts. Going to go absolutely nuts. Oh, will be great to see you. Can't wait. My bae. Moving on, shall we? We got Pixel Trader says, wild to think that just one person putting in 15, 20K in the app could do a lot of damage, especially in the super scarce items. Yeah. Not a ton. Not a ton. Like, such such small amounts of money, again, to somebody that has $10 million, let me put 100, let me put 100K in, let me put 1% of my net worth in. They can just run stuff. They can just go absolutely crazy. That's a really good point. I'm gonna take a picture of that, Pixel Trader. I haven't been attacked by those spam bots. Yesterday, I was literally attacked by like 12 of those spam bots. It was nuts. It was crazy. I don't know. Gonna get rid of some of these over here, and I am going to move on. Veve family says, "Only Panda, hello." We got Scott John says, "Hey Randy, do you think the Veve logo holders should get extra utility added for original holders who hodl?" I'm sure there's a small group of us. I mean, they're already giving so much to them already. Like, I don't want to be greedy, but like, hey, I've never sold. Can I get something more? I really don't like asking for the handouts. That if they did that, I'd be like, cool. Or you know what I think they should do? I think if they can see it on the metadata, they say the people that have bought and hodled 98% or more of their collectibles that had never sold, they should give those people something. I'm sure my number is above 85% because I've never sold Lokis, but I've bought and sold a lot of different things. Kept them within the same ecosystem, within the OMI ecosystem, but I would rather they give that utility or that special whatever to people that were better than me, even though I've mostly held. Again, half of my stuff is Loki's, and I've never sold one. Should get more. Henry Pagliuca said, "Sup, brother man? It's almost 3-to-1 ratio in additions between the UF4 secret rare versus the Miles Morales secret rare. And we can own the same ratio of UF4 secret rares versus the... Okay, so 3-to-1 additions, the Ultimate Fallout 4 versus the Miles... We can own the same ratio of Ultimate Fallout 4 secret rares. Oh, that's really wild. It's crazy that it's an actual $40,000 sold comic represented in its exclusive digital form. That's true. Everything be undervalued." Megan Slattery says, "We chose February 5th because it was our anniversary. So many people asked why February. Why in February? Because it's my day." Oh, I don't know if she knows. Meg, I finally read your comment. I know, I'm behind, but Megan commented that an hour ago. Yeah, special day. Shikal Marega says, "Hi Randy, how long a bull market will last?" I mean, when we go to, let's say it starts in 2024, it can go several years through 2026. And maybe a bear market in 2028, late 2026, and let's say it goes for 2.5 years. And then bear market 2027, late 2026 or 27, and then through part of 2028. Then we have another Bitcoin halving in 2028. So yeah, it could be like that. We could have a super cycle. You never know. We'll see what happens. Sleeping says, "Thanks for wearing the hat." Oh, dude, the hat. Thank you for that. Thank you for the suit. Sleeping be balling today. Dropping them dollars, dropping them donos. Another 100 saying, "I'll be at Decon." My day. Gotta. I always say, I don't know if you're still here. I always say for comic questions that I don't know, always go to Sleeping Comics or Comics and Crypto. Those are my bays that know everything. Pixel Trader. Ooh, what up? William Peartree Guillermo Pereira says, "Great hat, Randy." Oh, I thank you. I think it's pretty heckin' awesome myself. Green Fan Man says, "Aw, Sleeping, you're so nice. I hope we see you at Decon." Can't wait. Gabriel Jones, "Damn, Sleeping." Yeah, Sleeping went hard today. Dr. Strange says 100% straight fire. Tiger Lie says, "Yeah, it guts me. I can't get to them being in Australia." Oh, no. So eventually Veve will have something in Australia, and I will want to go. But guys, I am so scared of Australian wildlife. I don't know. I'd have to be in like this 5-star hotel. I'm not like scared of bugs. I love animals. I love them, but I'm not smart enough to know which ones are like, oh, you're a little adorable thing. You're harmless versus like, oh, you're a little adorable thing. And then me falling over like Woody because I'm paralyzed because this little, not even a gram thing decides to inject me with the amount of poison that can kill a hippo. So, like, I'll deal with that when we get to it. And JKillXRP says, hello, pioneers. Hello, JKillXRP, the man with some of the most amazing things on the internet. He's got about, I think, like a 13-minute music video. It's amazing. Big A says, what is this Randy fantasy we're listening to right now? Randy's so weird sometimes. That's why I love Randy. Sleepy says, let's get up early Saturday, run a 5K. I'll invite everyone. I could do a 5K. I'll probably be quite hungover, but I don't know, man. I'll try. I mean, it wouldn't be as bad, but when we have Wet Wizard there, and his friend Andy, and then Sanji, and then we're just gonna get hecked. Where there would be perpetual drunk Chavez. It's not even gonna be my fault. If I'm, I don't know, maybe we could do it. I would love to do it. But yeah, big A, like, sue me. I have Veve fantasies too. I wanna run with sleeping. I feel like, which Spider-Man was Andrew Garfield is like, I want to fight an alien. Like, I want to run with sleeping. I want to have milk and cookies with my collectibles. Tiger Live says, I love the positive attitude. Well, thank you. Braver Sensei says, oh, Randy, Walt to 100K possible? Yes, I think so. I don't know how much. Well, I do know others. Like Alligator Loki's got like 20% of it, more than 20% of it locked up. But that partner statue is one of the most iconic pieces on the app. It's not just first appearance. Well, that's first appearance Mickey Mouse on the blockchain. I literally just got chills. That's first appearance Mickey Mouse on the blockchain with the man that started it all. That can absolutely go to 100K. Absolutely. Van Gwyn says, I'm very close to buying my tickets for Decon. Hope to see you there, Randy. Your positive attitude is contagious. Oh, thank you so much. Tiger Live says, don't forget Disneyland when OMI hits $1. Oh, when OMI hits $1, I'm going to pay Lindsay Sterling to do a private show for a bunch of us. It's going to be nuts. Van Gwyn says, I figure just be real and let the cards fall. Agreed. Can't wait to see everyone here. I am catching up. I'm only 40 minutes behind now. Sagittarius says, just wondering that if there's a 500 digital card, then there's another 500 with physical card. In that case, each pieces would change hand and nobody owns more than one. There was, I don't know how this happened, but there was, I think, a couple of wallets that were able to mint 4 Veve logos. What the fudge? Excuse me. Now, oh God. So what I wish I would have done a few weeks ago, I almost did. I almost contacted one of my whales and be like, hey, can I borrow $10,000? Why? Because I need to buy the number 42 and number 3 Veve logo. It would have cost about $9,000, but I would have gotten the number 42 and number 43. I am so mad at myself that I didn't do that. Because I'd still have my vault. I'd still have my secret Fantastic Four secret. I just would have. I am so mad that I didn't ask to do that. I could have, when I got the card from David, I could have got a card from Dan. I could have got a bunch. I didn't because I felt like that would be wrong. I feel like every now and then I just, I take too much of that. Be thankful for what you have, and don't try to get more. I totally could have got more. I'm happy I didn't though. I'm happy I didn't. I'm happy I'm just. I don't know I can understand one from David, one from Dan. Cool. If you have don't get 4. Like, what is going on? I mean, if you want to buy them, that's cool. Anywho. Sagittarius says 1,000 person with utility. I mean, the card doesn't really get you much. I mean, the card gets you the logo redeemed, but afterwards, it doesn't get you that. Jay says, hey, Randy and Dashie. Joanne here. What up, Jay? What up, Joanne? How you doing, fam? Sagittarius. What's up? Says, fire to the moon. Omi Panda says, Journey. Loving an OMI streamer ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh, girl, etc. etc. Yeah, I say girl sometimes. Yo, girl, girl, girl. Um, sorry, Omi Panda, if that if it's not always what you expect it to be. Jay says, "Go Saggies, fellow Sag." Oh, Sagittarius. When you said Saggies, I was like, "Come on, boobs." Then you're like, "Okay, Sagittarius." Sleeping Comment says, "Maybe we should do a decon 5K race. Anyone that beats me can get a T-shirt. If anyone beats you, Sleeping, they deserve to get one of your graded comics." I don't think there's anyone that's beating you in a 5K. Well, maybe. I mean, no. There's probably one or two people that like did track in high school and they're like 25 and they could probably do it. 2017 me probably could have done it. Probably could. I don't know though. I feel like you're really good at running. But if you were alive to go into theaters and watch Empire Strikes Back, I mean, not in your 20s, not even in your 30s. So I feel like a 25-year-old could probably do it. I cannot beat you though. I am very, very out of shape. Even if I just ran every single day from now until then, and you didn't. Well, maybe at that point, a good 5 weeks. Well, I have my 69-hour stream next week. I'm not gonna be able to. Serg Ferreria says, "Did you see the new Oculus Quest Pro? Are you getting one?" Oh, I left my other Oculus at my plate. I hate that landlord so much. I do. Part of the reason why I heart you so much is because I know what you're responsible for. Bay. Why do I have to make it weird? Why do I have to make it weird? Why do I have to type Bay? Why do I like it's a dude? Like why what do I do this to myself? Why do I okay. I'll probably get an Oculus at some point again. Wes says, "Been waiting for MCP for 2 years, and now they're giving utility the Veve logo before MCP." So Wes is not happy about that. And I can understand, like, hey, shouldn't we focus on the things that were promised a while ago before giving utility to this? Is apples and oranges. MCP is very complicated and has to be rolled out with other things. Veve logo doesn't. It's just like, hey, can we do this? Yeah, sure, let's do it. Like that's it. It's Veve logo is so simple to do it for, and the MCP is just very, very hard. It's very I give me $1 million, give me $5 million to come up with the best plan for MCP. I probably could not do what they're doing. I probably could not do what they're doing in such a succinct and elegant way. It doesn't. But give me like $1 million. Like, hey, give utility for this. Okay, cool, done. It's you can't really compare one to the other because they're two completely different beasts. JH, what up? So shout out from Elmont. I got a card from David after I saw you at New York Comic Con. Right, it was significant to have the physical card for the NFT. I'm not selling. Glad you're not selling. Basically, the physical is just nice to have. You can frame it and get them to sign it, which is really cool. The digital obviously is worth thousands. The other one's more sentimental. Sanji says, "Good point, Wes." Jake says, "It's easy to say don't be jealous or resentful when the community pays you for your life." I recognize that I'm in a pretty privileged position, but I don't have to be. Like this is. I would make much more money in the short term if I went back to high risk lending. I would make much more money going and doing contracting for the military. I'll show you guys right now. Right now, what I make. So let me take a picture of that because I need that. Jake says, "When the community pays for your life." Okay, I'm gonna go to my estimated revenue, or I'm gonna go to my revenue and show you guys exactly what I've been making since May. The most I've ever made in 1 month since May is $2,200. Some people make that every week. Like I go back to high risk lending. I make that every week, not every month. And the Patreon, which I make like $200 a month now, do not say that they pay for my lifestyle because they clearly do not. Like I do not need to do this. I do this because it's fun. I do this because I feel like I have a responsibility, but I do not do that. And this does not pay all the bills. Does it help a little bit? Sure. Could I make much more money doing absolutely anything else that I'm trained for, contracting for the military or high risk lending or upload the Pokemon business again, I absolutely could. But I don't, because I don't need to. And I do this for fun. I don't really necessarily do it for the money. Does that help? And again, what did September get me? That $500? Like this, that's $547. So don't say that the community pays for my lifestyle when I worked tirelessly for 4.5 years after getting out of the military, and and eating nothing but like Taco Bell and just bland sandwiches every single day. So I just had to defend myself against that. Sagittarius is at Jake. Sorry, saying of all of us have the same chance to do like him. Let's go. I mean, now I did get lucky where I found someone like Daniel Hardwick to take me under his wing and to teach me everything about finance. I found someone like I just had really good supervisors in the military that said, hey, stay in, you can get out. I had really good advisors. I have a really good friend like my friend Lou Perigine, who's been on the podcast before, that had the private bank, so we were able to go and give our money out to the business owners, and I couldn't have become a millionaire without them. I got really lucky that I was born with a brain that is autistic and sees numbers and patterns, and I know what Pokemon cards to buy. I know why I should have bought Tesla in 2020. Why I did buy Tesla. Why I spent a record price for 80. I recognize I am privileged that but nobody else is willing to do that work. I'm privileged to have 145 million OMI because I sold everything. People, if somebody were to get $80,000, they would not spend that on a Pokemon card. They just wouldn't, because they want to be safe. That people are not wired that way. When you make $500,000 and you have that, you're liquid. You don't want to put that all into one thing. I did, and yeah, became a millionaire for a little bit, and then I went and I took that $900,000 loss, and down here now. But I'm happy, and I'm buying more whenever I can. Why? Because I see where this is going. My hedge is David and Dan, is Veve. Like they are my hedge, where I do look at everything that they do. I don't have to, though. I could 100% leave everything here, and I could go and work for a year, buy more OMI, and then have a lot more next year and come back to it. I could stop doing all this, but because I believe that no matter what happens, Veve and OMI are going to grow with or without me. And maybe I probably should. Maybe I probably should, go back to work for 6 months, a year, buy more stuff. Been thinking about it for a while. I won't, because I feel like I'm more valuable here, at least short term. I think long term, but yeah, I mean, most people are just not going to do, like, most people have families, most people have partners. I'd be like, no. We need to pay our bills. We need to have, a bed. Like, this is the first time I've had a bed in I don't know how many years, like since the military. Most people just wouldn't do that. So yes, I am in a privileged position, but I didn't get there, born from it. It was 100% hard work. Sanji says, let's say you've held a Todd for over 6 months, give them an airdrop, or give Todd holders an airdrop and don't announce the airdrop date. I mean, it depends what you want to do it for. If you're just a collector and you don't need to sell, like, oh, hey, I got this for, cool. If you go and you announce it, if you announce the utility, it does give you that chance to flip. It does that, hey, and it rewards people that keep their finger on the pulse. Like when Tesla announced that they were doing it, every time they do a stock split, anyone who buys right then and there, they get it before it pumps. And then they sell the pump. If you keep your finger constantly on the pulse, you will get rewarded for that. You get to know that David and Dan are doing a live stream, or they're doing a space on Twitter. You get to know that community update and see it before anyone else. You get to see Randy Chavez videos and say, like, oh, this is what he's doing. This is insane. You do get rewarded for that. So when you have something like airdrop, yes, it can help flippers, but it also rewards people that just are actively involved in the community. And the people that are actively involved a lot, I think they deserve to be rewarded a little bit. If ever I remember one day when I had woken up at like 10 o'clock or 11, whatever it was, with that golden yucky rabbit. If I had woken up 2 hours earlier and I'd realized I had got that, I could have sold it for $5,000. I woke up a few hours later and I could only sell it for like $2,200. Okay. I'm not salty at anyone. It's just people that happen to be up. They got lucky. They did it, and it's like cool. I wasn't. I just wasn't that lucky. But I'm not. I'm not salty at that. It's just that I don't know. You also say hopefully they give us rewards at MCP. The real holders, they will. 100%. 100% MCP. People that are buying a lot of sets and hodling will have a lot of. We'll have a lot of what do you call it? Have a lot of rewards. Sagittarius Sanji, Vivi can hear you. Maybe David also here on the chat under an alias name. I don't know about that. I'm going to Sleep in Comics has legit, because it's a new era, best hat makers in the industry. I know have over 100 new era hats. Oh, wow. Yeah, this feels really good too. Like it feels, I don't think I've ever had a hat like that. What does that say? The comics one isn't really, that's the one. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's legit. Sanji says, thanks, Reese. I mean, Sagittarius. Is Reese Sagittarius? Oh. Ooh. Is Reese Sagittarius? Maybe he is. I don't know if he's not. Big A says, not sure about Labyrinth Drop. Perfect 80s movies for collectibles would have been Gremlins. Imagine if Secret Rare was Moogle that turned into a gremlin because you feed it after midnight. Oh, that'd be great. I mean, this is not the only 80s movies. This is not the first 80 movies that they've done. It's not the last. There'll be a lot more. Cryptos with Taco says, asked you a question and paid your last episode that did get answered. It didn't get answered. I'm sorry. What was the question? I don't. I apologize because I love you. You know a lot. Let me know what the question was. That did, or you said it did get answered, but I imagine you said it didn't. That's what you meant. Let me know what it was. I'll answer right now. Because I answer every question. The only times when I don't is when I'm streaming with someone and I'm like, we can't get every question. But if you paid, I definitely should have. But yeah, totally ask right now, and I'll totally do the answer. And while we're waiting for that, Vivi Darkling says that the cap is dope. Can't wait till I get mine in the mail. Heck yeah. Call me Skywalker. Thank you for the super chat. Saying, made it 20 million on me, Randy. Let's freaking go. Dude, I'm so happy for you, mate. Oh, I'm so 100% happy for you that you can do that. More good times ahead. Smarty Pants has just moved up rank for my Veve wallet on a Mutascan. Officially under the top 100 wallets now. Heck yeah, dude. Good for you, mate. Dude. Top 100 wallets. I wonder what you have to be for that. What do you have to be for that? What are you? OMI Panda says right now. Right now. Yeah, ask me the question right now. Call me Skywalker. Thank you for the super chat. Saying, heck yeah, super hyped. Randy would scoop up 5 Jokers these prices long term. I mean, long term, yeah. Yeah, long term is fine. They'll go up. Jordan Z says, how do you check your Veve wallet rank? Yeah, I don't know if I know how to do that either. Let me know. PBS Kid says, ¿Qué pasa, calabaza? Lo que pasó, pasó. Que tú y yo, lo que pasó. Sorry. I'm waiting. Cryptos and Taco. I'm waiting. I don't know the. Yeah, just type the question. I'll totally get to it. Omi Panda says, "Oh God, it's gonna be a meme. Gotta be a meme." Oh, call me Skywalker. Thank you again for the super chat. Oh, what a fantastic super chatter you are. Saying, yeah, I wasn't thinking special mints, just the cheapest. Yeah, those are good. Crypto NFW says, what will make Veve die out so I can stack? I got 2 Secret Rare Spider-Man and 2 Ultra Rare from using multiple phones, and I'm just sitting with 9k gems. What will make Veve die out so I can stack? I don't know. What'll make it die? I mean, nuclear war? Nuclear war, maybe? That could make it, maybe. Energy, what's going on? And it says, hi fam, hi Randy, nice cap. Oh, why, thank you. This cap has been giving me all of the compliments. Love the signature. I love the number 40 tray. Number 40 tray. I am. Ooh, I gotta do something here real quick. is a buddy of mine. Oh God, I got a bunch of stuff here. Not sure if I've seen him. Oh wow. Blah, blah, blah. Still waiting for the Cryptos Taco thing. It says I asked a question and paid on your last episode that didn't get it. Or did you leave a super thanks? Let me try to take a look at the super thanks here on my last episode. Okay, so why I sold my Grail. Let's see if there was a. Okay. I'm looking for Cryptos Taco. Looking for Cryptos Taco. Benefit Sanjay Dive Jedi. Rado Jimboli Lingo. Darth Chaos. Lord of the Realms. Sports betting. Lori Brenner says I voted for the logo. Hey, I didn't respond to that one. That's weird. Move Randy. Olivia Snally Boy. Oh me homies. Trooper says I love the madness. Me too. I love the madness as well. Walrus King, Fanny Carbonell, shout out to her, Dive Jedi, Kennedy's Amazing Adventures, Bahas Hello, Darth Chaos, Tiger Lie, Cryptos and Tacos. Okay, so this definitely isn't the thing, because it says stack those cheap comics, and then Cryptos 2 hours ago says stack them for MCP points. That's a really good idea too. Yeah, heck yeah. Agreed 100%. Okay. Crypto Talk says, what are your thoughts on Charles Hoskinson's with smart contracts? Well, I'm going to have to... Okay, oh, right, hold on. Let me just start this cheap comics. I want to see these prices again. Agreed, sir. Okay. So maybe this is why I didn't... I don't... Charles Hoskinson smart contracts. Well, let me just... Charles Hoskinson in general. For those that don't know, is an American entrepreneur who's co-founder of the blockchain engineering company Input Output Global Inc. and the Cardano blockchain platform, and was co-founder of the Ethereum blockchain platform. 34 years old. Wow, he's wicked smart. He's wicked smart. And so I will put, what is it, smart contracts? Smart contracts. Okay. So in December of last year, he laid out 2022 plans, reveals bigger plans for Cardano in 2022. Price target, Cardano price targets 0.64 after Charles Hoskinson confirms smart contract compatibility with Vassal hard fork. So Cardano trolls have criticized developers for the Vassal hard fork, arguing that all smart contracts must be rewritten to be compatible. Hoskinson slammed trolls and assured Cardano holders that dApps built using Plutus V1 will function smoothly on the blockchain. Analysts have set a bullish target for Cardano price, predicting a rally to 0.64. Founder Charles Hoskinson has slammed critiques and assured the community of Cardano holders that smart contracts on the blockchain will function even after the Vassal hard fork. Cardano ranks in the top 3 blockchains for protocol safety and network security. Guarantee you Solana's not on that list. Developers announced a tsunami of updates with a big impact of the technical pipeline. With backstops, Cardano condemned trolls in his latest tweet. Crypto Twitter is rife with speculation that smart contracts in Cardano's blockchain will fail to function after the Vassal hard fork. Trolls believe dApps on the Cardano blockchain will have to rewrite their smart contracts to function on the train after the Vassal hard fork event. Hoskinson slammed trolls and assured community Cardano dApps. All right, how many times am I going to have to read that? The entire reason we built the HFC and Plutus versioning is to ensure this doesn't happen. It's incredible to see the FUD and stupidity from Twitter trolls, but that's life. After the HFC event, all contracts will still function. I don't know enough about it to say who's right or who's wrong. You know, if this is his baby and he lives and breathes, he's probably right. Now, I get the other end of it. Oh, yeah, he's a founder. Of course he's going to say that. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, there are people that say it's incompatible with the new update. Vassal will have to be rewritten. Current dApps Season Plus 1 will be compatible after the Vassal upgrade, and all will benefit from the pipeline network upgrade. Developers wishing to take full advantage of Plutus V2, because after the upgrade will need to use in their dApps. Welcome to software. Welcome to software. Yeah, so it looks like thorchain.bull. It might be another chain, whatever. I would side with Charles Hoskinson and Tim Harrison on this. Cardano blockchain has been experiencing a number of updates. The latest Light Wallet and EVM sidechains of Vassal hard fork are the key ones in the pipeline. Kaus recently came back to join the team IOG and oversee technical roadmap for Cardano. Kaus is quoted as saying, quote, "We're thrilled about Vassal upgrade and we're hard forked the Cardano testnet on Monday this week in preparation. Although hard fork is probably a misleading term when talking about how we do updates, IOG's unique hard fork combinator means Cardano continues through hard fork without a break, and that there's no need to stop block production. This ensures smooth upgrades to the network," end quote. I'm sure Cardano's probably going to be fine. Am I a little bit more bullish on Ethereum? Yes, because pretty much everything's on there. But I think short term Cardano's probably going to be fine. They're probably going to go up. So I if that's a sufficient, again, I don't know too much about it, but I hope that's a sufficient response. I'm sorry I didn't get to you the other day. That's completely my bad, completely a mistake by me. I should have seen it. But that's kind of if you want me to go like a deep dive into it, be like, hey, tell me why, and then let me know, and I'll try. But again, not my bag, baby, not my forte. I'm gonna this right now. Michael Gazelian says, Randy, what price point would OMI have to be for you to start cashing out a little bit? We're talking 10 to 20 cents. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Right now, I got Cryptos with Taco with a super chat saying, what are your thoughts on XRP on the SEC? Okay, so I do not respect the SEC. I am 100% rooting for XRP because an attack on one is an attack on all. I believe that XRP is winning that case. And as it does, XRP is going to have a nice little bump, going to have a nice pump. I don't know how decentralized it is, really. I don't know if XRP and Ripple are really necessary for each other to survive. I think one can survive without the other, but short term, short term, if I had to diversify a little bit, like, I'll just throw it in, throw an extra 10K into XRP, and, when it goes up, and I'll do a gamble where OMI could go up first. But if it doesn't, if OMI stays down here for a while, and then after XRP wins that lawsuit and it goes moon, or at least to the stratosphere, wherever it is, I'd sell that and go into something else. Again, Ethereum, I'm super, super bullish on, and pretty much anything on the Ethereum blockchain with immutable X's. I do wish that Earth 2, their Essence token, would be on Ethereum. It is, on Polygon Matic, so, that's fine. That's fine for what it is. They're not going to switch blockchains anytime soon. They were going to be on GoChain, but now they're obviously, who would want to be on GoChain, But yeah, I'm bullish on XRP short term. If you had an extra 100K and you wanted to throw 10K into that because you think that will moon, that case will settle and that'll moon before your other stuff that you really, really like, then yeah, totally do that. But I do not like the SEC. I do not respect them. Nobody does. Moving on, yeah. Michael Gazelian. So the price point on OMI, I'll sell a little bit at all-time highs. It depends. If I can get up to like 175 million OMI, I don't know how I'd do that, but if I can get a ton of OMI and buy it down here, let's say I get a windfall and I buy another 10 million OMI down here, yeah, I might sell a million OMI at 0.009. Like Sumi, like I might sell it before it hits a penny. I might sell some all-time highs. What I'm doing now is I want to still have 100 million OMI by the time we're at $1, or by the time 2030 hits. And if I go and if I say, okay, that's me selling X amount of OMI, let's say 4 million OMI, 5 million OMI, for the next 7 years, I could still do that. But if I have 170 million OMI, then I could start selling sooner. Again, I don't know how I'd get that, but it depends on what I have. I could get 160 million, I could get 155 million, and then I would have no issue selling a million or two at 0.008 or 0.009, because then give me some profit, give me some money, let me take some profit there. I would have no issue selling at 1 or 2 cents and 3 cents and 5 cents. And am I going to dump 30 million OMI when it reaches 5 cents? No, that's lunacy. But I will go and sell a little bit here, a little bit there.
And if I see other moves, when OMI's 20 cents, and let's say it's 20 cents in 2025, and I think by 2029 it reach $1. Okay, well um, that's 5x in 5 years or 4 years. Well, if I see something that can 20x in 2 years, yeah, at that point I could sell 30 million OMI and go into that. Again, I'm never gonna go all in on something anymore. So I won't be like, gotta sell all my OMI for this. I'll never do that. But I'll sell a little bit here, a little bit there, and I'll tell you guys what I'm doing. I'll tell you guys 100%. I've been open since Pokemon. I've been open, past 2 years I've been doing this. Sanji says, Randy, is there a secret rare Spidey club? Sorry, I might have missed it earlier if you answered Peter Spidey. There was, it was called HT3, the Holy Trinity 3. If you had a Todd, a Superman, or a Secret Rare Spider-Man, you could be a part of that club, the HT3. But no, I don't think it was a Discord group. I don't think anyone's even in it anymore. I'm not in it actively. For Discord, I'm really only with Utility. Link down below for that. That is one of the best platforms you can be a part of. It doesn't even have a platform yet. It doesn't have their thing where you could buy and sell. It doesn't have their. This is basically Veve in 2018 before it has a product, but it will. Smarty Pan says I have almost 1,900 collectibles now. I think number 100 is probably 1,800 something. Wow, that's so much. I'll probably never get there, but wow, that's incredible. Good for you, mate. All Chat Games is straight fire. Poetry Delivery says, what up, homie? Yo, what up, Poetry Delivery? Hi. Hi. Crypto Taco. Oh, thank you. Yep. Thoughts on Charles Hoskinson's smart contracts? Probably good. Probably fine. Homie Panda says ADA. Probably solid for now. Long term, I really am very bullish on Ethereum more than anything else. Well, the blockchain. Big A says, watching Secret Rare Floors drop. Watching Secret Rare Floors since drop. This morning, there were 8 people left undercutting, trying to sell. 4 sold, so 4 left. After those 4, everyone is listing 4K plus. Miles is going to move up soon when they sell. Secret Rare Miles Morales floor. Heck yeah. I hope it does. I'm really hoping it does. I know a couple people that have 1 or 2 of those, and a couple people that were on here. They hit on the drop. They hit that Secret Rare. I was like, oh, it was so great. Shout out to those people. Another Crypto Taco says, last video I super chat $20 for on your last Veve episode was this: should I buy a Comey or the Veve logo? Not financial advice. I'm so sorry. I've been missing these. I swear I would have never skipped that on purpose. I don't know why. A Comey or the Veve logo. I'll go and say that I was telling my whales this morning before I checked the app, because as soon as I bought my 3rd Veve logo, well, I obviously received one from David. I bought one at an hour before midnight, and I bought one a little after midnight. I kind of fell asleep, and I said, hey guys, you should probably buy some of these. And so I bought mine at $2,900, $3,000, and they had said, well, the price is like $4,500. I could buy 4 Todds with this. Like, the price is $4,500. Like, what? I didn't even make my video yet, so I was like, okay. I told them that, and I was like, listen, I'll go through it again. You can get 2 Todds and a Riso, or you can get you can get 2 Risos and have a bunch of gems left over, or you can get a Veve logo. We don't know what the Veve logo is going to do. I mean, again, nobody's coming onto the Veve app so they can buy Veve merch. Nobody's, I want to go there and get these Veve collectibles. No, you go on the app because you see Spider-Man, you see DeLoreans, you see these epic, awesome stuff. So as far as popularity, these other things should outperform because of the popularity that are on 70, 80 out of 100, and Vivi's like a 5. Like nobody knows about Veve yet, but therein lies the genius. Their market cap for this is so small, and the market cap for the other things are so big, is that a lot more money could go into the Veve, especially because as utility, they have to ask permission from every other licensor to give utility. They don't need to ask permission for anything for Veve logo. They just decide, hey, let's do this. Yeah, sure, let's do it.
David would be like, they guarantee David would be like, hey Dan, what do you think if we go and do this? And I'd be like, great idea, mate. Let's get it done. And then like, hey Reese, can you go and get this done? Yeah, sure. I'll hop on a few videos. And Dan would be like, hey Alex, can you go and do this? Yeah, sure. I'll put it in the community update. That's all. That's all. But that being said, when we were talking about partners and Secret Rare Spider-Man and all the other stuff versus the Veve logo, I told them, I was like, listen, guys, if you're talking about the best ROI and taking emotion out of it, OMI is probably your best bet. OMI will probably outperform everything. Now the OMI you just have to sell to take profit. Veve logo, you'll be able to rent that out. And I think it's just going to be for maybe $100, couple $100. But if they decide to go and blow up this heckin' moon and go Bored Ape Yacht Club with it and say like, hey, we gave this Veve logo to to Tom Holland, we gave it to Zendaya, and we're the party, you can only go if you have a Veve logo. You can bet your patoot those will be rented out for thousands of dollars. If they have those parties, once a year, thousands and thousands of dollars that goes for renting out. And that's constantly renewable. Yeah, that they could very well do something like that. Like, yeah, anyone that has Veve logo, YOLO, they could 100% do that. So, but OMI most likely will outperform everything, and there's no guarantee that David and Dan decide to do that. There's no guarantee. There'll be more utility, and I'll give it utility. I have that at least when we reach 6.9 cents. So I would say if it's just strictly for the money, for the funds, OMI will 10x by next year. The Veve logo, 10xing is going to put it at $40,000. And I'm not saying that won't happen eventually. It might, probably will. But that's a lot, especially in a bear market, especially in a recession. OMI's probably going to, OMI's probably going to outperform. So yeah, that's the, I hope that was a sufficient answer. All Chat Gaming, thank you for the straight fire. Me Panda says Gary Gensler is my idol. I hate you so much. Oh, Me Panda, I love you. You're such a troll. That's so good. I've seen a ton of videos on Australia vacations where people were showing their spiders in the toilet. Nope. No. I streamed for 4.5 hours last night. We're almost at 3 hours. At 2 hours 42 minutes here. How long am I going to stream for? I don't know. All Chat Gaming says all cryptos. Hey, Crypto's a Taco on fire. Yo, Crypto's a Taco is such a good dude. Such a great, amazing person. And Crypto's Taco, what do you think about smart contracts on Veve? I don't know much about it. But I would say, I know smart contracts are in there so that we have, Disney gets their piece and DC gets their piece now after Black and White season 6. So I think that when you have those, I think they'll be really good. I think that's what you're going to be able to use for renting, those smart contracts. And people are like, hey, I want to go here. Smart contract, cool. I'm going to rent this out for $50 for the day. And then, after 24 hours, it comes back to you. I think that's really, really good. I think smart contracts will be great. I'm very, very bullish on that. Megan Slatter, you're saying love the whiteboard. Oh, hello, Megan. I love the whiteboard as well. Megan's beautiful, beautiful husband decided to go and nail that in there for me. Man, does he look good with a hammer. Nick, I love you, Nick. Did you say it back? I don't know if he's watching. He's probably not watching. That's good times. And Megan was the last one to comment. I'm going to go and look at some of my other comments over on the YouTube. And we've got in the comments, I only have one less. Ben NFT says, agree with this, best NFT on the app, potential-wise, future gonna be fun. Talk about that Veve logo. Agreed 100%. Let's get excited. Let's get super excited. And let's go to the analytics shop. Oh, wow. 11, or 13, or 14. Oh god, hiccups. I'm going to go, and we got another comment. Mr. Planet Prophet says, hey, what up? Hey. Sharing thoughts on Reddit. Oh, so somebody on Reddit says, agreed, but getting more Veve logos means more utility than just having one? Question mark. Still can't understand how the benefits of the future renting and getting stuff at shows, especially if can't go to any. If you can't go to a show, you can rent it to someone that is going so they can get the physical item redeemed. So by having multiple, I can rent multiple out. I don't know what that would do. Like, are you gonna want to buy something that has been rented out like 30 times? Like I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna want to do that, but we'll see. We shall see. Being real with you. Being real with you. Giving me that the Ice King. Looking at the Ice King on that. I'm gonna tell him we're here. The Rogers Place, Edmonton Oilers with the Ice King. Let's go Oilers. We're in Chavez and Alex. I'm showing this on stream. Let's go. So shout out to Being Real with you that has put the Ice King on the ice. Oh, that's so cool. That is so chill. I'm gonna save that photo. Maybe put it in another video. My collectibles, does he have a logo? He should get a logo. Omar says, I wish I got one at New York Comic Con. Oh well, looks like I gotta work hard and get one. I believe in you, Omar. I wish you would have got one. Omar's a cool dude. Omar's a straight up chill person. And he's got a hell of a story. Have him on one day to him to tell the story. Marco Dublin says, there'll certainly be some utility, but it will be modest. They won't want to alienate the community. They definitely won't alienate. Alienate? How do you spell alienate? Okay, alienate anyone. Good times ahead. So that is what I'm going to tell that person. We got Sagittarius saying, good night, fam. Gotta go to sleep. It's 4 a.m. Oh my god, totally go to bed. Thanks, Randy. It was a pleasure again. Totally a pleasure here. Meow, meow, meow. Love you. Meow, meow, meow. Sagittarius. Yeah. Miss Plan Problem says, nobody should shill the Ultra Rare Miles Morales, but damn, 900 editions. I mean, I'm not shilling it, but that is a really good collectible. It's only, as I said, it's like 1,000, or I guess 910. Miles Morales' popularity isn't going to go down. Like it's not going to go backward. I see less people complain about it now, but there were people when I was in the military, it was 8 years ago, that are just like, they liked it because it was a little more old school. It was a little more, there was no whiny sissy crap. I mean, there was from a couple people, but and there were some people that's like, I want to, let's go back to the way it was. Let's go and, not have all this technology, and let's not have all this, they want to live simple lives in like Ohio or Idaho, whatever. And I wanted to, like the world's not going backwards. We're never going to go back there. The world's only going to get more dependent on technology. It's only going to do whatever. So it's the same thing. Miles Morales, he's not going to get less popular. He's only going to get more popular over time. Can't wait for people to get introduced to him in Secret Wars and all that. OMI Panda says, have a good one, Sagittarius. Saggy. This Planet Problem is 910. Yep. Problem says, please do. I bought way too many at 550. I mean, that's good. That's fine. Ali Boy says, that's what's up. Cool. Thanks. Wasn't sure if renting rights would get the same as ownership rights to freebies and such. Yes, it will. Okay, post. What was the last one here? Jerry Clough says, they want simple lives with fuel-injected vehicles and modern iPhones. Maybe a little of this, a little of that. Veve Fan says, agree at Real Randy Chavez 100%. I bought it for $2,300 on day of utilities announcement. I may never be able to attend any events, but I will rent it out when the time comes. You'll make that money back. My collectible says that this right here is the sole reason to get one. Let's go. Let's heckin' get this bread. I love this game. We got Mike Black saying, hopefully this works out better than your 10-cent party you're going to throw at the beginning of the year. So be advised, I don't know if you know about that. For the people that were new here, I had death threats where it was I straight up got photos of like dismembered bodies, and they were just like, Randy Chavez. I was like, what? It's like, you have insulted, like, they said they were someone from like random cartel, and they're like, I'm this person. And I was like, so I don't even know if I sent the photos to anyone. I don't think I'd want to. I was like, hey, so they clearly, like, they had the full name, they found out my number somehow, and I was like, oh my god, this is, and it was literally like a week before the party, like a few days before the party. I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, like, I don't care if they try to go at me at, my address, but if they go and they try to do it at like a public event and people get caught in the crossfire, that is, so that's why I didn't have the party. That I was gonna have it anyway, even though we weren't at 10 cents, just for fun. But then, yeah, bad times. Cryptos Otago said, "Oh, thank you for the $20 super chat." Saying, "Who do you think will be the next 5 intellectual properties?" So,
I would say, does DC Comics count? Like on our, because I think we could get them, because now that we have that 6% fee. I'll choose them to be one of them. So I'll say, oh god, no, I rotated. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'll say them. I will say Harry Potter. I will say Lord of the Rings. I will say Sega. And then, so Lord of the Rings, Sega, Harry Potter. What was the other one I just said? Oh, the DC Comics. And then, and we're talking about announcing, right? Not stuff that we already have. Nickelodeon. I would say those 5. Like, how are the NFTs doing on Recur? How is Recur doing in general? Too heckin' good. So that's what and if we're gonna take away DC Comics, we have NFLPA, NFL. I would say NFL. I would say some type of. I mean, we have ESPN and we have Disney, so we should have ESPN, and they own it. So I would definitely say something sports related as well. So that is my 5 for you there. And let me know what you think of that. Let me know if, yeah. We got Mr. Plan Prop says, oh, don't mind me though. You knows I'm the long hodler plan kind of guy. Yeah, same here. Long hodler plan, oh god, kind of guy.
No, that was I. I'm going to have to go. Also, for those of you that have not done it, everyone can go and smash that like button. Free way to help support the channel would be heckin' amazing. Okay. Okay. Some more messages here. Keep Comstock on says, I wonder if us that showed up to the kickoff will get the logo promised soon. We do one of those utility too. David, what do you think? Those letters will be dropped when we have a queue. I mean, last I heard, anyway. Call Me Truther says, whatever happened to our Decon VV logo letters? I missed something. They will drop when we get the queue system. I like it. And then we got 8th Chameleon says, pump it. Then please, as they say a lot of things, just don't come true, buddy. There's a laundry list of things, buy the rumor, sell the news. So I said, everything they plan comes true in time, just gotta have patience. Besides, the utility for the logo starts next month at Decon. There's always going to be for things like Decon, then it would be good to know for the people who won't be traveling for those. I mean, they've said it on the announcements that they would have it at Decon. So yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see what else we got. We got Super Duper Hank. I responded to Veve. I think I responded to everyone else. Okay, I'm good. We got some comments over here though. What was that? Jerry Klaus says Pokemon confirmed. We do not have Pokemon confirmed. I mean, maybe they have it in the background and they just aren't telling us. Dream 5 IPs would be Pokemon, would be Nintendo. Somehow getting shoujo manga or all of the amazing animes like Dragon Ball Z and My Hero Academia, like that'd be insane. So that's 3. And then I guess, Harry Potter and then honestly, I'd be fine with those 4. Those would be my dream. OMI Panda says, "What you eat today, Randy?" Had a couple of frosted cookies. Oh, dude, I had what? I don't know. Oh my God, I had 2 pizzas. They were like 2 like small pizzas. I was gonna eat them and then go to the gym, and then I didn't go to the gym. And then I had a couple of things, beef jerky, which I might have another one because no, I don't need one. I am so freaking fat. I mean, I didn't really eat a lot today, but how much? 15 pieces? Serving size 1 ounce. But how many ounces are these things? They don't say how many ounces. There's 15. Let's say I had a couple of them. I really didn't have a lot of calories today, so I'll go and have another one of these, right? I don't know. This Planet Bravo says patents, trademarks, copyrights, domain names, NFTs. Oh, IP for Veve. I thought you meant to invest in it. That was amazing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. All Tech Gaming says, yo, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Sega, DC Comics, Nickelodeon, confirmed. Not confirmed. It'd just be great if we could get that. It'd be great if we can get those. All Tech Gaming says, Grinch for Christmas and more Marvel Christmas drops. Ooh. Grinch for Christmas. Lorax, I feel like, is more of a fall thing. Again, dude, can we get, like, Universal? Come on, man. Can we get some spooky monsters, please? Can we get Frankenstein's monster? Can we get Dracula? Can we get the Mummy? Universal. The fudge. I feel like they're slacking there, you know? Mr. Planet Province is definitely airdrop for Labyrinth. And guess what character it is? The baby Jareth or Sarah? He'd be happy with that. Ask BB Fanbam about that. Matt John says, how cool were the stamps today when you have all of them and they go... They don't play the Mexican... That'd be great if they did, though. But they do play a song. Does they play a whole song when in the vault? They do. They do. Alex M says, hey, Randy, what do you think Veve will look like in 2 to 3 years' time? We'll look back at today and tell ourselves it was all worth it. 3 years' time, we're well into the bull market. We're at 12, 15 cent, 20 cent. You know, we're 100x of where we are right now. That 100x being like, that 100x gives us between 12 and 13 cents. And I just don't know. We're there. We all have much, much better lives. Most of us. I do think that there will be some people that will not know, that never had money before, and then suddenly they get the responsibility of having a bunch of money. I do think that's going to be something that people are going to have to work through, and I do see some not so good things there, but for the most part, I think because we're all in this together, probably going to be fine. Why does Dr. Profit not show his face? Because, why do we not know his name? Because he's got a lot to protect. He's got a lot to lose. You don't want to do that. I think this will be Taps trades out like 1 million subscribers. I guarantee you see a lot of kids growing up on here. You see some people getting engaged and married, and it's like, hey, here's my kiddo. It's like, oh, hey, hello. One of Dina Lang's kids will be like running around with the Veve shirt, playing with their stuff, and you'll just see like the Veve family actually have families. You'll see some people that take their money and, we don't see them again because they made X amount of millions of dollars and they're living their best life traveling. But yeah, I see mostly positive. Um, the events will be huge. They'll have their own separate. They might not have their own separate VVCon, although they probably should at that point. Um, there's parties every quarter, parties all the time. Um, Find an excuse to party, and that's we're going to be there. Cryptos with tacos says, have you exchanged your coin? I'm from the 101st Airborne, so I mean I have. If I'm going way back in the day, who ya Bulldogs? 326. From Lackland Air Force Base. If I am going from Warrior Flight, sorry, 326 Bulldogs. But I would say if I have a bunch of coins, they're actually I think at my parents' place. I have like I think I was coined like 5 different times in my career. I think maybe 6. There's a bunch of medals and stuff that I hope that they have. I have what do I have? I have coins from deployments. When I was 386 ELRS, the enlisted I'm sorry, not the something logistics readiness squadron. I have coins from the 305th APS, the aerial port squadron over at McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. The 386 ELRS logistics readiness squadron, that was in Ali Al Salem, that was in Kuwait. I'm pretty sure I have a coin from when I was stationed in Fort Lee in Virginia. I have a couple coins from pretty much everywhere, but I never like exchanged any of them for anything. I still have them. I I never had a coin drop, so I never had to buy drinks. I never had to go and show it as like, oh, here's my coin. Do you all have it? We never really did. We were the kind of generation that's like, nah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna all have a good time and all drink. But cheers to you, mate. For that. Live together, we die together. 100%. Gotta be. Yeah, I feel like we got that special bond. Anyone's in the military is like, we know, we know. Jerry Cloud says, I learned to make homemade vegan beef jerky. It's great. What's in that? I'm very curious to see what's in a vegan beef jerky. I'm very, very curious. Archeck Games says, that sounds good. You dehumidify it? Yeah, how do you do that? Owen Panda says, I ate lots of eggs and good protein. Oh, eggs is so good. Eggs, chicken. I bought a bunch of chicken today. I bought a bunch of food today. I just didn't eat it. Jerry Klaus says, I use Dr. Bragg's aminos to get those acids. What are Dr. Bragg's aminos? I'm very curious with that. Owen Panda says, I still think those Disney cards are awesome. Yeah, I've got the whole set. I haven't sold. I actually have a couple of the cards. I mean, I don't have the set like 3 different times, but I do have a couple of those cards. Oh lordy, there do be a lot of stuff though. So I said, there were a couple spikes in OMI chart today. We have an extra 100,000 in volume than we normally do. Someone's buying, and then Akil Patterson just goes like, dude, Akil Patterson is so chill. I love that man. He's such a good egg. He's a top tier banana. Sanji says, me rolling into Randy's stream like like the Carlton. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Sorry. I just love it. Like, ever see Mars Attacks? Where he's just all like, where Danny DeVito's like, oh, you're Tom Jones. Yeah, it ain't unusual. Danny DeVito has got to be one of the funniest men in the world. Like, ever. Wet Wizard says, well, is this real? 100%. Oh, Wet Wizard, how did you not get that? We were talking about, the it plays the music. I don't want to play it here. I don't know if I'll get demonetized for it. And then we got Mr. MC1 says, thank you, Sleeping Comics. Lovely signed hat. Oh, yes. Oh, he got number 88. That was a nice repetitive number. I got me the number 43. Logan Paul just tweeted, you have no idea what's coming. Problem Child. Yo, he's looking great. Oh, he be looking great though. Dude, he's looking yoked AF. Shoulders though, Jesus man. Still got the abs. He's looking good. He's looking good. Oh, and there's a puppy. Look at the little baby. Yeah, I don't know what's coming, but I'm curious though. I do be curious. It's like I'm guessing the fight. Guessing the fight is coming. Oh, Trevor Dietz, built by Trevor, just did a thing, and he bought a bat cow. That's interesting. Trevor Dietz being there. Ooh, okay. Well, I got to go answer that question in a bit. What else we got? All Chat Gaming says, yep, got a couple of goofies. Very nice. How much? I was quoting Borat. You don't have to tell me how much. But yeah, goofies are great, bro. Love goofies. Love the Goofy movie. After today, our brains will be snoozing. After today, she'll be mine. Love that song. Crypto's a Taco, again, thank you so much for the super chat. Have you exchanged your coin? I'm from the 101st Airborne. So for those that missed that before, I have a bunch of coins that I was coined over the years in the military, but I never exchanged them for anything. I hope they're still in my mouth. We'll see. Earth 2 Pokemon, the real Professor Oak says, I'm good with selling all my NFTs for OMI except Todd and complete Golden Moments set. That's fair. That's fair. Golden Moments I'm very, very bullish on. Todd I'm very, very bullish on. That's 100% fair. Omi Panda says money management is important. Look at Bill Gates standing in a line with Walmart clothes buying a taco. He knows what's up. Yeah, I mean, wealth typically only lasts 3 generations. Because if you don't have somebody managing it, it disappears. Like water on a hot day on a sidewalk, it disappears, it evaporates. If you don't have someone constantly at the helm, constantly you need someone managing that all the time. Or else it, goes away very, very quickly. Matt John says, yo, do you think lenticular card set will do well later on? I'm bullish on that because you have 3 different pictures. There's 2 on the front, 1 on the back. The one on the back is the signature. The first appearances, I know they say first edition because it's artwork, but it's the first appearances of a lot of those cards a lot of those characters on the blockchain. And not only that, but it's the first time you see the Fab Five together, plus Daisy. And again, signature is very important. And there's music. And there's music to them. I think there's a lot of different layers with that. Again, first time we had music on the app. So I think it's really good. But the people have spoken. And the people that are in here right now don't like him. Will that always be the same? No, there'll be a bunch of people in here that do like it. But we shall see in the future. I mean, right now it doesn't look like they're doing good, but I think later they'll obviously go up. How much do they go up? I don't know. Crypto NFW says, if David Yu plans on getting millions of actual users on the app, do you think he'll do it by Veve marketing their own brand, or the IP, Marvel, Disney doing their marketing? I'm saying this, Crypto NFW. I'm gonna go. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. I'm gonna go and put something in the chat. The link that I'm putting in the chat, Crypto NFW, is for you. It is, I went over this 10-minute video. It says how Veve can raise hundreds of millions, and then other stuff. Hundreds of millions of dollars and get millions of users. It is, I would say, definitely one of my favorite videos because of what could happen, the possibilities. Oh god, I'm so huge. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. But to shorten it up, I would say they could do it. They could do either or. They'd probably use other IP, but it could be either or. Jerry Klaus says vegan beef jerky uses soy curls. Interesting. This kind of problem. Give me those thumbs up. World War III. What? Don't thumbs up. World War III. Matt John says thoughts on Iron Man Golden Moment set or complete lenticular cards. I'd be a little bit more bullish on the Iron Man set. The Avengers logo will look cool on your house in the Veveverse, but like even the Particular card said, just, I took a photo today. I was frozen today. That's from a movie. I forget which one. Look at what's on Goldfish. It's Mickey Mouse. And look at what he looks like. It's from the Mickey Mouse and his friends. That's on Disney Plus. Those things get tens of millions of views on YouTube. And what is the artwork for Mickey like that? On his card. I golden moments have a proven system of success. They will go up, pretty much guaranteed. Lenticular cards bottom so hard, but there's something about them where it's, remember that the scene in like Rocky 1 or Rocky 2 where like, oh, Creed's racking up the points, but you know, Rocky still keeps coming at him. It would say that golden moments, especially Iron Man, that one would probably do a lot better. But I think there's a chance that some Disney peeps come in and just go crazy with that. The lenticular card. I'll say Iron Man though. That particular golden moment would probably be better. Matt Johnson, thank you for your thoughts, brother. Of course. Anytime. Matt Johnson says, thank you for your thoughts. Oh, I'm sorry. All Chat Gaming. I just read that. With the straight fire. And we have Puddin' Cheeks in the building. Puddin' Cheeks, my man, saying, what up, fam? How you doing, brother? I think it was like a week or two ago, Superstar Money had Puddin' Cheeks got to meet Puddin' Cheeks in real life. Puddin' Cheeks, you're taller than I anticipated. And that was really cool. I love it when you can see the Veve fam get together. I love it when you see people that like, oh, these guys together. Oh, that must be, that must have been so cool. That must have been a great meeting. That must have been good conversation. That must have been good, just a good time. I'm so curious what they all talked about. Not that tall though. We are starting a fanny pack revolution. Fanny pack revolution. Okay, I don't have one. I'm sure I could get one pretty easily. I could get one. I could totally get one. We you guys want to show up in a bunch of Veve shirts and then fanny packs at Decon? That would then it would look like a cult. Then it would be like, oh, let's not associate with those fanny pack wearing people. Yeah. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want. So when people go and say like, hey, Chavez, you should get this person on the podcast, and then they tag them. And the person's like, yeah, great. It's like, oh man, I don't know who you are. I don't know if I want to do this. It's like, oh god, this puts me in such an awkward position. Pudjig says, with no shoes on, 100 people with no shoes, dude. Could you imagine having 100 Reeses? Like, Reese is great because there's only one of him. Could you imagine if we had just a room full of 100 Reeses? Nobody have shoes on, and nobody. He had nice shoes though at New York Comic Con. His shoes were on point. Shoes were heckin' amazing. Yeah, like could you imagine having like 100 Randys running around and be like meow 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 meow? Like people would look like we're nuts, and people probably look like I'm nuts anyway. But could you imagine 100 Randys going meow? It's just I think I would. Okay, I think I would much rather. What does my phone? It's not even my phone. It's my tablet. I would much rather have 100 like kind of normal peeps, like OMI homies, Max and Jane. They're excited, but they're normal. Like I would much rather have that as opposed to 100 me's. 100 me's would be insane. 100 like oh god, we'd just do a bunch of Lucy, just go off and into like out of the middle of a field and stare at the clouds. Alice House, big hugs all. Puddin', you rock. Thanks for the work you putting in for the fam. Puddin' is bae. Puddin' is ooh, ow. Okay, great. Crack those wrists. Okay. Let's get to some comments here. Let's get to some more comments. Hank City building step by step. Black Adam. Yep. Going to the YouTube over here. Oh no, nothing there. All right, we're gonna go to the Veve app and we're gonna take a look at some of my favorite things that I've been looking at, which is the Veve logo. Let's see what that's going up to. At 4,000, it goes to 4,400. Eagle Eyes has been trying to sell this for a while. Probably sell by tomorrow. Oh, number 47's up there for 7,800. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think someone's trying to sell that sub 50. Moving on here. Pudjik says, love everyone, makes it all worthwhile. It does. It do be making it all worthwhile, though. This is the second night in a row that I've gone over 3 hours without having to pee. Very, very insane. Let's go to some Twitter messages here and see what we got. Oh my god. Like, so This is why I don't go into my Twitter messages. I'm a beautiful and naughty girl. Like, no. Like, and obviously I've never looked at that, so I'm just gonna. All right, we are just going to report. It is spam. Yes, report spam. Okay, cool beans. Done. And that's fine. That's fine. And then I can go and block them because they are. Oh, I can't even show this because they are. Okay, so it is spam for marina.katana.86. 100% spam. So that's why. All right, so we'll go into another one. Somebody's saying you got the Veve logo 41 thing. These logos are so undervalued, it's not even funny. I need a second one. I'll say hi. I have the number 41, and I have 2 others. Love this thing. And then I'll type in meow. Meow. Okay. I won't tell you how old that is. Just leave it as a surprise. I'll just have this. So $7,800 is a lot of OMI. That's true. That's a good point. I mean, yeah. Like I told my wife this morning, if you're going on this based just on ROI, OMI's probably your better bet over everything, over most everything in here. Guys, I have been going on for about 3 hours 15 minutes. This is a very good night, and I do love y'all, but I gotta rest. I got a stream tomorrow with Eva from Viviversity and her brother. And then I got some other stuff. And then I got to rest most of this week for my 69-hour stream starting on Thursday. I'm not ready. But thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all so much. Y'all are my bays so much. I love you all. Everyone say bye, Dashi. Bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you, sleeping for the hat.